This isn't going to be on the episode, right? This is
it might be.
Fucking around.
No, I'm thinking some of this is definitely making the episode, if not all of it.
BWC could be an episode title.
So,
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
everyone, welcome to episode 162 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, Juac?
On the other end is...
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end... Jonni. And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Whole lot of other ends.
Other end.
Yeah, I think we're catching a streak with us all being remote and, you know, putting things together, you know.
Yeah, there's a groove now, yeah.
A little bit.
Sure.
A little bit. I like it.
Word.
Like it. We're getting our funnies back in order. First,
they had to come back to us. First
couple of weeks, I think it was just like awkward. We're all in different rooms, and it was just something new. I mean, it was good for Quest, but
Yeah.
but for you and I, Dave, it was a little bit different.
there was an adjustment period.
Word.
For sure.
Word. I think we're, again, knock on wood, but we're getting a little more comfortable, and I'm not gonna say we're fully past it, but we're a little bit more comfortable in what we're doing.
I agree with that.
Yeah. How have y'all been, man? Anything new on your end, Quest?
No, nothing new. My baby said dad this morning.
Nice. First word?
I believe so.
That
Mama.
that's a good one.
How does Joyce feel about that? Is she upset or?
I tried to deny it.
She didn't say
Nah,
it.
that didn't happen. That's not what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's saying gaga.
Gaga.
No. That's a dada.
She's devastated
Apparently,
right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure. You know, I mean,
kinda hurt a
moms
little
are
bit.
like everything, right?
Yeah.
They do it
Absolutely.
all.
They do it all. And then for her to
should-
say dada, that's a
Yeah,
slap right in the
that's a
face
slap.
to everything mom's been doing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. I forgot what it. I went through that with all my kids, but with like Xander, and like right now he's 7 and he's really loving dad right now. Like, you know, he makes sure he's smart enough. He knows like when he'll do something that's like more loving towards me, and if his mom is like, but he's like, no, I love both of you.
I love that. See, that is smart.
So
Very
he
smart.
does a lot of things like that, and he's a sweet kid, man. But you know, he'll say certain things towards dad and like show that love, and my girl's just like, but I'm right here too. You know, I'm right here too. And
I could see that. Like, cause even with Cliff, like my dog, you know, if he goes to Ash or he comes to me, like there's always some beef between us. Like he loves me more. I could only imagine with a kid, that's amplified by like 1,000. I would think because you know it's a real little person. But like little kids are dicks. Because I remember my baby brother. He went through this phase where he didn't want to fuck with my dad at all. He would fucking scream. And I remember my dad being really upset about it. And like, I had to be like, dude, he's a fucking little baby, bro. Like you can't get upset about this. And like, I found it weird that I had to explain, you know, break that down. Cause this is like his third or fourth, like he's had kids. He knows how this goes. But for some reason, man, that really fucking got to him.
yeah,
And,
dude.
like,
It's not a good feeling.
they're not spiteful. They just don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
That's how I'm actually going through with my dogs. Like both of them, if they're chilling with my girl on the couch, or even one of the kids and they're lounging, right? Every time I walk in the door, I have 2 dogs just barking at me. Like if I'm an intruder, just angry. Like I can't even walk into the room too quickly, or they're at me, bro. Like, and I'm just like, I'm ready to square up with these little fuckers, bro.
Do it.
Yo,
Teach them.
yo, for real, though.
Go at 'em.
That's how it be. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately for mom, you got to accept that win.
You got to take that L. Win. No, we'll call it what it is. You got to take that L sometimes, Mom.
Yeah. No, you got to accept that W as a dad because she's gonna be clinging on to mom for quite some time. So
right.
Yeah. So
and then she'll get to the age where she fucking hates you both, so it doesn't even matter.
Right.
You have that to look forward to.
Facts.
So soak it all in while you can. Whatever you can get, whenever. Don't take it for granted.
Yeah, that's all I keep hearing about is the light switch when you go from being the hero to the asshole, like overnight.
Yep. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, it's right around the corner for Juac.
It is.
For
100%.
his oldest. Yeah.
She's already plotting. She's writing shit down. She's like, how am I going to fuck this motherfucker? Piece of shit.
She is a daddy's girl, bro. She's a dad. She loves me. She loves like until for sure. Like that's
Love it for now.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna happen. I already know. I've heard the horror stories when it comes to that. I'm already getting the attitude that she's almost 10.
It's just a little taste.
And I'm getting the attitude, and it's just like, yo, change your face, like those little conversations. So it's getting there, bro. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but
right.
But
my little sister's getting to that. She's like 7th grade, 8th grade.
Yeah,
and that's right when you can do nothing right as a parent. Like even she doesn't even give a shit about me, dude. When I would see her, I'd be like, hey G, what's up? She's like, hey, what's going on? Like, she's not fucking with me, like her cool ass brother. Then I don't know what the fuck these parents are gonna do, bro, because they're done.
Yeah,
I know. Does she not know you have a podcast?
Apparently not. Not that I want her listening to it. One day she'll circle back. She'll go through the catalog and she'll have some questions for me.
I mean, when we finally blow up and it's a big thing, that's gonna be.
She'll be there. I'll have the whole family at the podcast, little kids and everything. I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna start having very uncomfortable conversations with family members.
Like,
I've already
when you
had
say
those.
Tom, I mean, do you mean Tom?
Yep, that's the Tom. You know him.
So what about this vagina meat curtains that you have hanging from your forehead, apparently? Remember that one time you said you caught chlamydia? It's like
back dicks. What are back dicks?
Digging in the Dave crates.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Oh,
Stay away.
Man. What was it that you said about your dad's dick? That's a real throwback, son. It was like the first few episodes.
It's like I couldn't wait to get that out. I was like, you guys need to hear about this. This thing was a monster.
Oh, man.
It's like the only thing I want to talk about.
What has over 100 teeth and holds back a monster? My zip.
Tom's dick. Oh, what?
Oh, man. All right. I don't even know how to follow that. All right. Well, you know the best way to follow that.
Shit.
What you got for us, Dave?
Hit us up. First question, kind of an easy one. Let's warm up a little bit. Top 3 worst Marvel movies.
What are the 3 worst Marvel movies that we would pick each?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Does it have to be just movies or well, no, if we throw in shows, man.
If we throw in shows, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 3 times in a row. So we can't do that bullshit. So yeah, we're going to stick with the movies.
Those are the shows that people forget about, that those did exist, and it was so bad that Marvel itself went, "Oh yeah, that was going to mix in, but never mind." Scratch that.
It wasn't even a Netflix thing. It was just straight like,
that was on Fox, wasn't it?
No, it was ABC.
Oh, ABC.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was ABC, yeah.
All right. The worst 3 for me, I would have to say, and again, it doesn't necessarily mean that I hated them. It's just these were just not the best 3 in their catalog. I would have to say, in not any particular order, Captain Marvel, for me, wasn't a great Marvel movie. Black Widow seemed unnecessary. It was just like whatever. Didn't really seem like there's nothing much to it. Didn't really enjoy it. Didn't hate it, but it was just like a and the last one is a toss up between Eternals and Wakanda Forever.
Oh.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't see that coming.
what, Wakanda Forever? I told y'all it wasn't like it had its moments that I did enjoy, but the things that I didn't enjoy from it was the whole Shuri just seemed so fucking out of place. It just didn't have like anytime they were in Talokan or Namor was on screen, those were the scenes that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
But anytime
Namor was dope. That was a highlight of that movie.
But anytime that he wasn't on screen and it didn't have to do with the death of T'Challa and like you know, it's just like everything else was like Shuri and Riri and like that whole thing to me was just like. But I probably have to go with Eternals. Again, I enjoyed Eternals, but it was so drawn out, long-winded. Just we still haven't even seen what they were setting up. Like there's just so many fucking unanswered questions. And as much as I want to go back to it and like try to watch it again to give it a little bit more, to a little more saving grace. Yeah. I just find it hard to press play, in order to do that. So
that's fair.
And these are considering, like the OG worst ones, Iron Man 3, fucking Thor 2.
Oh, wait a minute. We thought we were just saying all Marvel movies.
Huh?
Aren't we saying all Marvel movies?
Out of all of the, MCU.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Right. I'm saying that, and that's beating those out too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're saying even worse than that. Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys have? Let's go with Jonni. Jonni, I feel like you have some listed there.
Something loaded.
No, I'm still kind of going through my head. I think for sure I'm gonna have to start. Well, one, always have to ask a question.
Sure.
Does the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk count?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's probably gonna be my number one.
That's up there too for.
That was one of mine for sure.
That was up there too.
Edward Norton. Yeah.
Iron Man 3. And I don't want to do it to him, but I think I might also say Iron Man 2 because they were both pretty bad.
Damn, the Mickey Rourke one, right? Was Borg?
Yeah, the Mickey Rourke one. I still have no idea what the fuck that was about.
That was wild.
And I feel like Age of Ultron was. Nah, I'm gonna say Iron Man 3. I'm gonna stick with that one.
Yeah, 3 was definitely worse. Like it's one of the
3 for sure, and then 2. Even 2 was bad.
Oh, okay. Is that your Iron Man 2,
Those
Iron
are
Man
my
3, and
Iron
the
Man
OG
2,
Hulk?
Iron Man 3, and the OG Incredible Hulk.
Damn. So that was even worse than Iron Man 2 was definitely worse than Thor 2.
That was my number 2.
Thor 2, I'm only giving it the benefit of the doubt because you talk so much about how watching it a second time really gave you a better view on it. And so while I have not had the opportunity to do that, I'm leaning on your credibility as a critic,
sure,
amongst us. And so I'm gonna say that it's probably better than I remember. But I absolutely do remember how bad Iron Man 2 and 3 were and how disappointed I was, and really only watched them because I knew they were leading into the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, and Thor: Love and Thunder was pretty fucking. The pacing.
Was, yeah.
I didn't.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, that was
it's pretty bad. That's
bad,
probably
actually.
my honorable mention was gonna be Love and Thunder. If we want, especially if we wanted to have a more recent flick.
Yeah.
Then it would definitely be
again
Love and Thunder out of all the ones that.
Again, I enjoyed.
Wow. Wait a minute. Am I putting Love and Thunder below Eternals?
It sounds like you are. Is that what you're doing?
I think I am, but I don't.
Harry Styles really did it for you, so Eternals gets a bump.
It was
thought
Rob
of future
Stark
Harry
that
Styles.
really did it for me.
It was Rob Stark that did it. Gets him creamy.
It was just it was a different type of movie.
Yeah, a bad one.
I didn't think it was
different.
a bad movie though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't a great Marvel movie.
That's what it was. It was a different tone for all Marvel movies.
Yes.
And I think that's what.
So I'm not gonna rate it on that scale because I will say that it at least had somewhat of a story where the 2 Iron Man sequels were harak, and we already have seen that the Thor: Love and Thunder shit was like. It was rushed. They fucking were filming multiple parts at the same time, making the story as they were filming. The video effects people were, 17 different studios working on it. It was not a cohesive flick, and it's probably
minimal
going to go
Christian
down
Bale.
as all the Christian Bale scenes that got tossed on the cutting room floor. It's probably going to go down as one of Taika's worst flicks ever.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We're still a
would agree
Taika
with that,
pod,
too.
but we can be honest here. We're amongst friends.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my honorable mention.
I was gonna say that Thor: Love and Thunder really it dropped the ball with all of that you said. It's just the wrong. Instead of having a mix of tones, they just went too far with it. Eternals. I think it just came. We're not used to that in superhero movies, where it came very story dialogue forward. The whole movie was just dialogue, some action thrown in. The action was good, but it was a lot of dialogue in between, and that just doesn't sit well for moviegoers, especially after like Endgame.
Not the Marvel audience.
Right.
And that was the first flick after Endgame, right?
No. They actually knocked it out of the park.
Widow doesn't count, but
yeah, it was Spider-Man, and then we got Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was the first movie to set off.
Shang-Chi was before Eternals?
Yeah.
Well, I thought Shang-Chi was right after Eternals.
No, the Shang-Chi made it hopeful that
Yeah,
the next
I think that's why we were so hopeful for the Eternals, is because we saw Shang-Chi and we were like, oh, all right, let's see what's going on here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Dave, I know you kind of sprinkled in every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
one,
really.
but
You guys picked all mine.
Sure. But just lay it out.
The Edward Norton Incredible Hulk didn't do it for me, even though I love Liv Tyler. Mm-hmm. She's my girl. Iron Man 3.
She's coming
because
back.
I don't like.
She is.
I don't really care for Guy Pearce.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that
I
kind of
forgot he was
just
in
like,
that. Yeah.
meh.
Yeah.
Not a Time Machine fan.
And then I was gonna go Eternals, but Wakanda Forever.
Really?
I didn't.
He didn't.
I
like
didn't
that
care
one.
for it, and I was hyped because I loved the original Black Panther, dude. When that shit dropped,
Yeah.
we were all working at Apple together. I don't think you weren't, Johnny, but like that was the talk of the store, and it was fucking fire. And Kendrick did the soundtrack, and it was just banging, bro. It was banging.
Yeah.
So I had real high hopes for Wakanda, and I think that's why it's my number 3, is because I had such high hopes for it. And it just
literally the only Marvel movie that has an Oscar nominated performance.
Yeah. It had, like I said,
Angela
top
Bassett
3
was
worst Marvel flick.
amazing, but she was in it for like 5 minutes.
No, she was.
She
was
didn't have,
not
I feel
in
like
it.
she didn't have that.
She was
much.
not in it as much as you're assuming or thinking that she was in it for. Guaranteed, if you look it up right now, it's probably going to be like 25 to 30 minutes at most.
if that.
Yeah.
On screen time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On screen
I
time.
mean, she doesn't play a major character, but I think for being the character that, I mean, you know, the queen character is, I'm pretty sure she had more screen time in Wakanda Forever than she did in the first Black Panther.
Sure. But
She's a minor character, but
regardless, her performance being as good as it was,
irregardless though.
I definitely didn't say irregardless.
No, you didn't say
Okay. Regardless, her performance as good as it wasn't enough to save the overall film.
flick.
And I explained that, like, Namor, Talokan, all of that shit was fucking fire. That shit was dope as fuck. Can't wait to see Namor in something else. But
even the actor that plays Namor, let me see him do some more shit. Like
so
that
it's really
dude,
just Shuri. Shuri tanked the movie.
Shuri,
yeah,
tanked-
dude,
she
yeah,
was
big time.
rough.
Big time.
I mean, I said that when I first watched it.
Yeah,
My first review, I did say that it kind of pulled me away from it because of a lot of the Letitia Wright drama.
sure.
I then got corrected. Apparently, that Letitia Wright drama was overblown, and it really wasn't, all that. Even though, still watching it a second and third time, yeah, I will agree that she's a little cheese at times. I really liked the whole story, and it was just very emotional throughout the whole, because of the Chadwick thing, because of the Angela performance, because of the Talokan, Kukulkan character,
Yeah.
and the tie-in of all the Mayan, Aztec heritage stuff. All of that, to me, I was just like, it's another fucking great, Ryan Coogler addition to the MCU. But apparently, I'm the only one that thinks that way. So
Only one here right now. I don't think you're the only one.
I mean, I think, to be fair, you guys are not like in the minority. I think it didn't necessarily get a lot of love from the audience either.
Sure. Now, what's like we've already witnessed that Marvel is going to be they already went back to the drawing board as far as like story arcs go, to develop better scripts for these movies. They're already aware of what has to be done, and the fact that they're not doing well, just because we are just moviegoers, right? We're just fans of the product, and I think all in all, we'll watch a movie and not have, like, it has to be like really terrible for us to have strong opinions and just say, yo, that movie was absolute garbage. I can't wait. I can't believe I wasted my time. Why, like, it for us, it takes for that shit to like really be trash. Which is why we're thinking about doing that whole movie thing while because we're really gonna watch some trash movies and trash them as we're watching it. But just because we're hopeful that there will be a day that switches it around. Like, we're in agreement,
and
bro.
like trash being A movies, by the way. Like, we're not watching like D movies on purpose. Like, we're ripping on fucking, people spent money on these films,
yeah, with high hopes that this is
and we're
going to make
wondering
some mad.
how the fuck. Yeah, exactly. High hopes.
They had high hopes. They put some money behind this shit. But either way, it's just like because I always have that conversation, and but that's been the argument my entire life. I think with Don, shout out to you, bro, again, where he used to have the argument with me back in the day when we used to watch movies in my room. We'd be like, bro, you just like everything. And it's like, not necessarily. Like, I could tell you that what's bad about the movie, but it just wasn't necessarily something where I'm just going to be like very outspoken on how trash this shit is. It's like, I can find good points in a lot of things. But I digress. It's just, we have to When it comes to Marvel, though, they're back in the thing, and I'm hopeful that they'll bounce back. But it's not like Guardians of the Galaxy is the number. Here's my prediction right now: Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be high up there. Major sales. The Marvels, we might see Shazam 2 numbers in the theater. Like, I don't think a lot of people are going to go see that, and it's not indicative.
Haters.
It's not indicative of whether the movie is good or not. It's just where they are right now. Like, it's not something that people are really asking for. And people are only shelling out money. Like, I don't know if the Marvel allure for going to the theater is high up there for these random movies like the Marvels. So I'm assuming that financially that movie is gonna bomb. And Marvel is, they're just hitting the drawing board. That means it's gonna Loki, and then let's throw in. We'll talk about it a little bit more later, but let's throw in Jonathan Majors issues, and they're just having problems over at Marvel. But all right, what's the next question?
All right, fellas, you can only pick 2 free things for life. 2 of these. Free massages anytime you want. Free house cleaning. That's nice. Free gas. Free weed. Free alcohol. Or free pizza from anywhere. And these are for life. I'll go through those one more time. Free massages. Free house cleaning, free gasoline, free weed, free alcohol, or free pizza from anywhere, which it sounds like if you have a spot in mind, I don't know how it gets to you, but it does, and it's free. So if you got a spot across the country, we're going to pretend like it shows up at your crib whenever you want it for life.
Sure. I'm going to go with free massage.
Free massages. Okay.
I'm picking free massages.
Okay.
And then, as much as I would love to go towards something that's just like a
vice,
because I want to go with alcohol, but honestly, free gas, man.
You can't beat it.
No.
Yeah.
Unless of course I transfer to, an electric car, and then that free gas is trash.
Meaningless.
So,
yeah,
it's
you can't
meaningless.
do anything with it.
Actually, so then I'll go with free free massages and free alcohol.
Damn, getting crunk, getting rubbed down every day. That sounds like the life, dog. I'm fucking with that.
Word.
Shit. My man living.
Alcohol, I fucking massages, dude. Like I don't know if you've ever really had like a good massage, dude.
I'm too ticklish.
No,
I'm too afraid to get a massage. Bro. I feel like I would just be laughing. I'd just be like, stop, I'm so ticklish, don't do that. Like I'm terrified to go get a massage.
No, bro.
Never.
Same, bro. Like I'm very ticklish, and if you get for real though, and massages, like they know what the fuck they're doing. They know that like the pressure that where they give you a massage like bypasses all of that shit. Like I can't get a pedicure because I'm so fucking ticklish, bro. But yeah, massage.
Tickling them feet.
Massage, that shit is heaven for like an hour
How
and
many
a half.
massages? How many massages have you had in your lifetime?
In my lifetime, it's not like crazy amount, but probably like less than 10.
You ever get rubbed down by a dude?
Honestly, I think so. I think I've gotten massaged by.
Pause.
Hey, bro. It didn't move.
I mean,
it didn't move.
The phrasing, though.
Nah,
Rubbed down.
Rubbed down.
I'm just saying, it didn't move, so I'm good.
Just a little flinch. You felt like a little something. You're like, wait.
Nah.
I
didn't
trying
move.
to think how many times I've ever been massaged by a woman.
Damn.
It's definitely more. I would say most of the time has been by a dude.
Those big manly hands, they know how to get in there.
It's just that's the way they assign it. Like every time I've done it,
Yeah.
so I'll probably say number-wise like 15-ish.
Damn. You ticklish?
Less than I am. But like,
We're all
like
ticklish.
Juac said, like it doesn't.
They get it. It doesn't. It's not ticklish type of massage. They don't.
No,
They don't
usually
be tickling or nothing.
Usually I'm high, so or drunk. So like
Juac would be
haven't
drunk because he's got
Absolutely.
free booze and free massages,
Yeah,
so he really
exactly.
ain't getting tickled.
I've only been massaged on vacations, so it's either been, and I've never booked a massage myself. It's always been like my wife has booked it for either a couple's massage or like I booked one for you and I'm going now. You
So
go
wait, like
after me.
y'all get rubbed down together, like she's right next to you on the shit. And like
That's happened.
Dude's getting his hands all up in there, and she's like,
So
"Good."
a few times that we've done it at the same time, it's been women.
Okay,
that
that's
have-
what's
that
up.
have
That's
done
like a foursome right there, son. That counts.
Yeah,
The
literally
one-
four. Yeah, it's foursome.
The one weird thing when a guy massages you though is that for some reason they're the only ones that massage your gooch.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Johnny's face was like, "What?" the
It's like, wait, I didn't
Was
get
that
that.
extra? What? I didn't pay for that one.
Oh, so
I
you
could have
didn't
got that.
you didn't pay for the extra the extra razzle dazzle.
Bonus package.
They all come with a colonoscopy at the end.
Only the good ones.
I need to book a massage. Put me down for free massages for life. That sounds good. I'll take that.
Did you say it was only two?
Yeah, you can only pick two.
Yeah, two of them.
I'm gonna go free weed, free pizza.
Fuck yeah!
Nice. The two that
Free
go hand in
weed,
hand.
free pizza. That's what's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
As long
definitely
as it's
going
good
free
weed.
weed.
Like I don't want free like Reggie for life.
Yeah, shit still
I mean,
has
I don't-
seeds and
there's-
shit.
There's no specifications, so it's just free weed.
It's got to be Lowell Smokes or some shit.
Little cookies or Lowell Smoke. Free
me-
cookies. What if it was free cookies for life?
Ooh.
I mean, I haven't had enough cookies to be so hype over them.
But
the
it's
few
free,
that
son.
the little that I've had. I mean, yeah, free for life. Like I'm not saying no. But yeah, free high quality exotic bud for life. Absolutely, I'm not gonna say no to that. As long as I can switch my strains up every now and then. Like I'm not trying to smoke. That's one thing I hate. I did that during the pandemic. I was buying like ounces at a time, and then I'd be like, can't smoke a whole ounce of the same fucking strain for like a whole month and a half. Like the same bud.
Yeah.
It definitely would start tasting bad after a while. Anyways,
What are you gonna
Yeah,
do
and
when you
then,
have your own strain, dude? You just
He
gonna
can't
smoke
smoke
your
it
own
all the
strain?
time. He's not gonna
still
smoke
can't
it all the
smoke
time.
You gotta switch it up,
Yeah.
It's all good.
Even if you,
I'll just
The
I'll
Rock
create a
probably
new
drinks
strain.
more than Tremana.
Yeah. Does he though?
Nah, it doesn't seem like he does
like it
based
doesn't
on his
seem like he
Instagram. No, it doesn't. Fuck, dude, you're right. Yeah, that's a good call.
No, but I mean, I have my own brand, multiple strains.
There we
there you
go.
go.
I like that.
There we go.
And pizza, I'm gonna go Geno's.
Geno's East.
Geno's.
Or the original? Is there original
East?
Geno's?
You're talking about Chicago style, or you're talking about?
No. Not
Okay,
Chicago
okay, that's
Geno's.
what. Yeah,
That's
because
a- that's-
he's talking
that's
about
a-
Chicago. Geno's East is
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
was saying.
Yeah,
Geno's.
which Geno's East is fire. I
Like,
fucking
you
love
called that out real quick, and I don't think you know my Geno's pizzeria.
No, I don't know your
Yeah.
Geno's.
If
That
it's-
was the only Geno's I know.
If it's that thin ass crust that you guys ordered when we went over to your crib for Comic-Con, that shit was fire.
that wasn't
no, that's
Geno's.
Nikki's, and I fuck with Nikki's,
Yeah,
but
no,
I don't
that's
know that
good.
I could do Nikki's for life.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have to be one kind of pizza. It could be any kind of
No,
pizza.
he's just saying
Like,
free
I know,
pizza.
but the
from
way that
anywhere
they
you
make
want.
their pies, I do like Nikki's, and they're probably the closest to a good, quote unquote New York City pizza that I get up here. But I mean, like Geno's to me is like if I'm in the city and we're going to leave and I look at my wife and I'm like, are we going to get anything before we leave the city? It's usually like, do we have time to stop at Gino's? Gino's on East 83rd Street in New York, East 83rd and 2nd Avenue, I believe 2nd Avenue, yes. One of the, I believe at some point they won some.
Oh shit!
Don't mind that. I believe at some point they won some sort of competition. I never saw it though. It was like the person that introduced me to them told me that. Either way, cash only spot. So
that's how you know it's good. That's how you know it fucks when it's cash only, bro. And they can dictate it like that.
Yeah, they make great Italian food as well. I've been there just for dinner.
Yeah,
and just had pasta and salads and shit. But even when you do that, you still get a slice as your appetizer, and easily, this is probably my favorite, hands down, best slice. I'm sure there's competitive slices throughout the city, but this is my favorite. Gino's Pizza, East 83rd and 2nd Ave, for life. And the great thing about free pizza is, like, you could just throw a party and be like, yo, pizza's for everybody.
Yeah, but then people are sick of eating pizza at your crib. They're like, oh, we're going to Johnny's house. We're going to be eating pizza.
He's not throwing that many parties.
That's all we're going to eat.
I'm going to have a sign on the door that's like, no pizza today.
No pizza today. They're like, all right, word.
What are you choosing, Dave?
I'm going to go free weed for sure.
Yeah, all right. I knew that was going to be both
because come on.
Yeah.
Free weed.
Y'all spend a lot of money on weed. Why not make it free?
Why not make it free? I don't need gas. Alcohol's not that. I'm not drinking fucking that much where I need someone to start paying for my shit. The massages, I mean, that'd be nice every now and then. I don't think I would be doing that every day. The house
you never had one. You never had one, son.
I'm gonna go house cleaning.
Okay.
Just cleaning the crib.
That was my second one.
I mean, toilets and, scrubbing the showers and shit. Like those little things that are just such a pain in the fucking ass. Like I clean my house. I don't like having a dirty house. I like it to be tidy and neat. But, it's not too often where I'll get into the little, the little cleaning that you should be doing more frequently. I feel like someone coming in, maybe some sort of cleaner, some Latina chick with a fat ass, and she's just like, yeah, I need to clean all your shit real quick. And I'm like, okay, you do that. Let's get this going on right now.
Yeah, that's not guaranteed.
I want to.
No. That'd be a perk. But hey,
Latina.
as long as she cleans, I don't care if that ass is even popping or not.
No, just a nice old fat Latina is the one that's really cleaning and getting in the corners.
Yep. 60. She's like barely, almost to not work anymore. Like she's getting to that age. And she's about to call it quits. Yeah. Yep.
Abuela.
Yeah.
Weed and house cleanings and.
Mira, Senor Dave, I clean your house.
Senor Dave.
Clean your house for you?
I clean your house. He's tidy. I left a mint in your pillow.
It makes me think of the King of Queens episode where Carrie hired the Hispanic maid.
We don't know. We don't watch King of Queens as much as you do, Dave.
Stop it! You don't watch King of Queens. You know King of Queens.
I've seen King of Queens. I don't watch enough to know the reference that you are making right now.
It's a very funny episode.
I believe it. King of Queens is one of the best.
As a Latinx man, you would.
But I'm not watching that over and over and over again.
Nah,
Did you just say a Latinx? I find that shit fucking offensive. Cut that shit the fuck out.
That's why I said it. That's why I said
it. Fuck out of here.
I know you guys hate
with your woke agenda.
I'm just trying to not get canceled, son. I'm not fucking around.
I thought you were baiting Dave into doing the accent.
Which accent? I'll do it.
The old Latina accent.
Oh no, I only have the black guy accent. I don't have an old Latina accent. Come on.
What black guy accent are you talking about?
Listen to the.
Come on, man. When you gonna fuck all my shit like that, man? Come on.
I was gonna say, listen to the cold opening of last week's episode, and you'll hear it.
Oh, so that was a black guy accent.
It was, yeah, not on purpose either. Like I said, I didn't notice it until after the fact. I was like, hey, I kind of slipped into my black guy voice there.
Seeps out.
It's so deep. It runs so deep. Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to cleanse myself of it, guys. I don't know what to do.
I find that when white guys try to make fun of like Hispanic accents, they just go straight to the South Park burrito, taco accent.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a good. I do that one myself.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good one.
Taco. Burrito,
flavored
burrito,
kisses.
taco.
I want some taco kisses for my pen.
Jennifer Lopez, the little Jennifer.
That's a great episode.
Oh man,
Classic.
Very classic.
All right.
right.
Was that 3? Or we have one
No,
more?
that
No,
was
that was
two
Nice.
questions.
Nice.
Last question.
Sure.
Which family member would you sell for $1 billion?
Family member that I would sell for $1 billion.
A family member.
Just like immediate. Or
Yeah,
like
I was about to say, like, how close are they?
I mean, I guess you could go super deep. You could go third, fourth cousin, but everyone's still gonna
In-laws
know.
count?
No. Can't get rid of no in-laws.
Man.
So only my side of the family.
Only your side of the family. Yep, your blood relatives.
Bro,
you got
I
someone
have-
you would sell, or would you not sell anybody?
Nah, dude. There's quite a few people on like my dad's side of the family.
Oh, is that right?
Like, but we go into
Listeners.
Who and why?
I'm not talking about like immediate. I'm talking about you could take your pick on like his cousins, and like if you keep going down the line, there are a few pieces of shit in there. There's some good people in there, but there's a few pieces of shit. I'd probably reach in there and go, okay, this guy's a piece of shit. This
guy's a piece of shit.
Sell him. You want to give
Would
me
anybody
you
be
wanna
mad?
give me $1 billion for that guy? Sure. Okay, fine.
right.
Would anybody be upset? Does he have a family?
I'm sure
Would they
someone
miss him?
that actually gives a fuck about him would. I'm sure there are a few of those, whether it be their mom, their immediate family. But you know, I just don't want to disclose information. But there are some real pieces of shit on that side of the family that I've gotten to know the truths and shit as I've gotten older. And it's like, yeah, absolutely, fucking get rid of that dude. Give me $1 billion. I can care less what you do with him. It's fine.
Where are we selling them to? Who
Yeah.
or who are we selling them to?
That's
Like,
how much. That's
I
how
think
much I
they're-
don't give a fuck. Okay, about these.
They're
cares.
disappearing forever, and you're getting $1 billion.
Yeah, you don't
So
even know.
it doesn't matter who you're selling them to. They're being taken care of.
They're getting thrown into the pit where fucking where Bane grew up.
Yeah, that cave there. They got to try and climb the walls every so often.
Right. Fuck it. Or they're fucking, you know, they're fighting in the Squid Games for their own amount of money.
They're in Narnia. It doesn't matter. They're
It doesn't
gone.
fucking matter. Yeah, they're out of your life and you have $1 billion. You're $1 billion richer for it.
$1 billion richer. You got to remember, the whole family's gonna know though that you sold. Like they were sold. They are gone.
For $1 billion fucking dollars, I'd be.
I would dole out like $1
all
million
the- yeah.
to every family member and be like, "Hey, forget about that person, okay?" They'd be like, "Okay, cool."
They can all know. It's
Cool.
not like I got to deal with it. Because I will be good zone. I'd be gone. You won't even
Everybody's
have to think
gonna
about it.
ask for a little piece, right?
Nah.
You can just break them off, shut them
I
up.
don't mean you got to give it to them.
Nah, $1 billion? Come on, give 'em a little something.
Nah.
Keep 'em off your case.
Immediate family, yes.
Maybe get
Immediate
your mom
family,
her own
yes.
Netflix account.
I think with $1 billion, you could give everyone in your family $1 million and still be Gucci.
Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah. My immediate family, yeah, absolutely. That would probably more than $1 million, but depending on who it is. But nah, anything past the folks I grew up with in my household or my siblings, my quote unquote half siblings, because I don't consider it that. They were just siblings. It's like, yeah, they'll be good. They'll be set.
Yeah. I don't need to dig that deep. I don't need to go
No.
third cousin, fourth cousin. I have an aunt who just gone
Yeah.
immediately. The bullshit that we've went through over the years, I wouldn't even think twice. And I'm not a mean dude. But yeah, she would be snapped Thanos style.
Yeah.
Give me that bread. And I'm getting free weed and house cleanings. I'm really going to flex this bread.
I mean, with
How do I have to pay for?
With $1 billion, you ain't none of that shit would fucking matter. You have all that shit for free any damn way.
That's what's up. But I'm also getting it for free because I'm cheap like that.
That's true too. That's
how you stay rich, son.
Just because it looks like Johnny's still
Yeah, no,
thinking
he's
about
deep in thought. This is a quandrum.
And that's fine,
for him.
dude. Just thinking of $1 billion, right? You did I ever tell y'all my thoughts for like when I was a pothead, what my green room would be, what my ultimate smoking weed room would be? So I would definitely it would be a secret compartment like type room where it's, you know, you have to know that it's there in order to access it.
Like a book on the shelf, you gotta
kind of yeah.
pull it down.
But
one of those
hallway, you know,
phone
crevice.
booth.
You gotta know.
Hidden rooms are fire.
Yeah,
regardless.
hidden room.
I need a hidden room someday.
Hidden room. But as soon as you walk into it, the floor is a mattress, like just sunk in. You have the mattress, so as you walk into it, everything is just comfort, and it's like a throw yourself in this room kind of thing with just like little pockets that's where you put shit. Yeah, shoes off, lay down, everything decked out on the walls, like TV, whatever the fuck you need, like bud, like, you know, in the there's little areas where it's just like
foam
in the
mattress
wall.
or spring mattress.
Foam.
Whatever.
The important questions here.
Whatever. I feel like the most comfort I can get from there, like, you know, I'm leaning more towards foam, but no expenses spared. It's just gonna be the illest fucking, like, when you walk in this bitch, you're like, yo, I don't even want to fucking leave this room right now.
Big damn, Juac's flexing on us right now.
Right?
Hard. And instead of buying out a Dunkin', there's just an employee there 24 hours a day in the wall. There's just a Dunkin'
That's
Donuts.
strictly in your employment. A Dunkin' employee that is strictly works for Juac.
Yeah. They just come in, even if nobody's there. They're just fucking standing there waiting.
That's the dopest job ever. If I weren't a billionaire from selling my aunt, I would want that gig for sure.
And you know what? I'm not that terrible of a boss. Oh, while you're working, feel comfortable smoking whatever you want to smoke. You can drink whatever you want to drink.
Damn, that's a hell of a boss right there.
But just make sure that when I need something, that shit is cooked to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
cooked. What?
Wait, what are they cooking? What is? Is this a chef?
I don't know. I took the Dunkin' idea from you. I don't even give a shit about Dunkin'.
Oh, it's the Dunkin' employee.
Needs to be like
the egg and bacon and
the
cheese
shit has
bagel.
to be microwave to perfection, bro.
No, they got little air fryers. They use little air fryers at Dunkin'.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Now, realistically, we'd probably pick a better restaurant if that was the actual thing. But
yeah, I was like, if you're gonna have a chef on staff, I wouldn't want a Dunkin' employee. No. And I fuck with Dunkin'. You know, I fuck with Dunkin'.
I would have a Taco Bell if I was gonna have a
absolutely
fast food restaurant in the house. It would have to be a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, I
fuck with Taco Bell.
I have In-N-Out in my shit.
I mean, nah, I can't do In-N-Out every day type shit.
I could do Taco Bell.
Can't do Taco Bell every day. That's just going to get old regardless.
I could do Taco Bell
I could do Taco Bell
day,
3 times a week for sure.
Taco Bell's the same 8 ingredients.
I know.
And you know what?
Differently prepared.
They go so well with each other that I can't
don't take that Taco Bell high road with me, you motherfuckers.
It's crack.
So good. That's honestly Taco Bell for me is like, if you have to go fast food, like, you know, like fast food chain, Taco Bell is like number one for me.
Put a Chipotle in my shit.
I can't have Chipotle all fucking day every day.
Can't eat Taco Bell. You can't eat anything every motherfucking day. Y'all are crazy. What the fuck?
Yo, Chipotle literally has like
couldn't even eat pussy every day.
Oh, you tripping.
No, I could. I'm just playing. I got you.
Chipotle, I feel like they just have like this. They literally have like the same 5 ingredients, and then it's either a bowl or you want me to put them in a bowl? You want me to wrap them up in a burrito, or you want me to stick them in a shell?
Billion different combinations you could have at Chipotle.
Hey, I get it.
Is there?
3 million? Yes, 100%.
A billion?
Yes, I promise. There's a billion. We'll look up all the different things that they have, and we'll do that math.
You could
Listen.
options on and off. Yeah. I guess there's multiple permutations.
There sure
of
is.
the options available.
But it's the same thing with Taco Bell,
But
too.
none of them is the
Right.
cheesy gordita crunch.
Exactly.
You can make a cheesy gordita
Get fuck
crunch.
outta
We got
100%.
no Mexican pizzas at Chipotle.
Right.
I can make it be
Hey.
kind of hood, but I
didn't give you too much shit for your plan being on buying out one item, one of everything on the Dunkin' menu. When Dunkin' Donuts food, everything is just trash. Even their donuts are trash.
I'm rich, son. Say
Hey,
something.
I feel you. I would do the same thing, but I would do Taco Bell. Taco Bell. I'm going with Taco Bell. All right, Johnny. Who would you kick out?
Who you selling, son?
Honestly, I cannot find. And
Johnny's a real family man. He loves his family.
it's not that. Honestly, so when you cut it at my blood family, well, I barely know anyone on my dad's side of the family.
Then fucking
Pick one. Pick one, dog. They're gone.
No, but
and you're
I
a
mean,
billionaire.
The thing is, I don't know them. Like the ones that I do know, I like them. The ones that I don't know them. Like I've never
do you know
heard
their
of them.
names? Do you even know their names?
I don't even know their
see, if you
names.
don't
Like I've
know
never met them. Type shit. So it's hard to even. I mean,
What about Chica?
I guess I could
Would you
pick
sell-
a random
would you sell
person that I
Chica?
don't know their name.
Yeah.
Chica for
Hell
$1
no, I
billion.
never sell Chica. Hell no.
No, I'd be like, how long do I have to make
Mo?
this? Would be my question, right?
Especially if you said someone's gonna know
Yeah,
that I did this. And I happened to pick a random. For instance, I just found out this cousin that I didn't really know, but I kind of, he was like a Facebook friend or whatever. That's one that at least I know their name. If I would have picked them, because I know nothing about them. I just found out that recently he was named he was in some male model beauty pageant type competition.
Sucks for chicks that want to jerk off, but you better get that bread, son.
No, I'm just saying this dude is like a national treasure for Puerto Rico. He was like the 3rd or 2nd place winner in the male beauty, male Mr. Universe type competition. And he's like a fucking basketball star as well. Like that, I would get shit on. You say everyone would know this?
No, just
I
your
would get
family,
mad
not
hate
the
from
whole,
my family
not
for
the whole
choosing
Puerto
this
Rico.
person.
It's just your family would know. They wouldn't.
First of all,
Still, my family would fucking hate me.
Can I put this? Can I
But
put
you're
it
a
in this way?
billionaire, so
Yeah,
fuck
you're
'em.
a billionaire. You're no longer you can be in contact or out of contact with whoever the fuck you want. So, in my situation, I would probably if I came up to this conundrum where I couldn't think of somebody, I'd be like, how much time do I have to make this decision? If they say 24 hours, I'm going straight to talk to both my mom and my dad and go, who is seriously, who is the worst person in your family? And I will try to get that consensus and be like, what's his name?
Yeah.
What's that person's name? Oh, okay.
Well, I can't
then
talk
he's
to my
gone.
mom, and my dad is too
Yeah, he would never.
For
nice.
sure.
Yeah.
He wouldn't shit on anybody.
Like, it's not
he'd be
worth all that
"Oh,
money."
I don't know who to think about.
Right.
And then he would probably, maybe he would name some uncle that was halfway on his way out the door.
There you go. Maybe you just pick the oldest one.
Yeah.
Whoever's they're 89. You had a good run. Johnny's got to get that bag.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. Be like,
I'll go with that.
my name is
I wouldn't even
Jonathan.
talk to them. I'd be like, hey,
Oldest
listen,
uncle.
my name is
I'm going to
Jonathan.
sell you.
How are you? Blah, blah, blah. How are you feeling? And if he sounds like he's out of it, easy choice.
Oh,
Done.
done. Goodbye.
Yep.
Um,
Done.
Yeah. No, I everyone on my mom's side, I absolutely adore. They're all really great. I really have no beef with any of them. And my mom and my dad's side, I don't know them. So, yeah, let's just go with the random aunt or uncle on my dad's side that is almost about to die that I don't know their name.
I like it.
Sure.
Done.
I'll take
A lot
it.
of stipulations, but we'll take it at this point.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few, and as I get older, there's just quite a few.
I mean, it's a Jonni answer, so.
Yeah.
No, that's what I expected.
There's quite a few people that are just like pieces of shit that I keep hearing as I get older, like in families, like.
I mean, I got a lot of that, but it's all on my in-laws. That's all.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's why that was the first thing. It's like, in-laws count? Is that
Right.
Can we do that?
I got 'em.
Yeah, is that good?
Those are easy. I can
Done.
ship
I got a
bunch of
couple.
those
I got
out.
like 3 of them, son.
Yeah,
Do I get
when
a
you just hear
billion
the
each?
stories
Or
and you're like, oh yeah, that person can go.
Joyce is about to be like, who you want to get rid of, Johnny? Who you
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, Walk, you got to make this a clip,
this is gonna
son.
be a
I know
clip,
she
huh?
watches those clips. You gotta put this in a clip. Get that dialogue going at the
that
Malave
conversation
house.
going. They probably agree.
That's what I want.
They probably agree.
Maybe the Dada thing too. Maybe rehash that. I don't know. Make it a fun week.
There you go.
But yeah, so like I don't know. My grandfather, like my mother's father,
Sold. Done.
she has not talked to that. She hasn't talked to him since she was like young, like since I was like a baby. Well, to the point where I think I might have expressed this before, but this was like probably like 5 years ago or something. She had found out that he died 2 years prior to that and didn't even know. No one let her know or anything like that. So,
Jesus.
yeah,
Damn.
exactly. So it's like, I don't know what the full story behind that other than he was strict as fuck. But yeah, see, like that would have been, it's like, I don't know. It's not going to directly,
No.
it's not going to
that
directly
impacts
affect
nobody.
me. And nobody
Nobody that you care about.
nobody
at least.
that I fucking would come in contact with. They can know all they fucking want. They're never going to fucking talk to me.
Shit, you'll be in Mykonos.
And you know what?
Spending that bread,
and
son.
once my mom is set for life, she's gonna be like, well,
Forget all about
all
it.
right.
Yep.
Right.
Like, worth it.
She already did.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, let's get to some news.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
All right, let's talk some news. What's the latest that's happening? Dave, how you feeling?
Oh,
you know,
I
we
know where
gotta
we're going.
Break out on some sports news just for Juac. Dave, how
Juac's
you feeling?
favorite.
Aaron Rodgers is no longer on the Green Bay Packies.
We chatted about this. It's a mixed bag of relief and sadness because I mean, you know, that was a guy who I've been watching since I was young. You know, that's my quarterback. I mean, he got us a Super Bowl. You know, it was live or die by what Aaron Rodgers is doing. We knew he had the skill. He kind of went off the deep end post-COVID with his weirdness, and it became a lot of drama around Green Bay. And you know, it's exhausting every year to go through that Aaron Rodgers drama. And it seemed like he wanted to leave. I mean, you don't want anybody playing on your team that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was
Right.
it was drawn out more than it should have been. And of course, you know, I'm bummed out. You know, that was my guy. But, you know, he's moved on. He's no longer that dude. I still got respect. I'm thankful for what he did. But, you know, it's like moving on to a new broad. New pussy, son. New pussy. We got some new pussy in Green Bay here. No, it's you know, I'm glad it's over. Honestly,
in Green Bay is a black dude for the first time in 100 years.
I feel like I said this to you that I've never had a black quarterback before. Like I always wanted to know what. Like I wanted a Mike Vick. I wanted a fucking not a Deshaun.
Yeah,
Watson
but that's
necessarily. But
it's good to move on. And I know a lot of people are like upset because of everything that you just expressed.
Sure.
Like they for the past however many years, I keep hearing the same thing. Like
18,
move the
17,
fuck on,
18 seasons.
move the
Yeah.
fuck on, move the fuck on. And it's like, yo, just because he's moving the fuck on doesn't mean that y'all about to get like a bomb ass quarterback now
right.
and to just come right back.
No.
Like it's gonna be.
No.
It's gonna be you're in for an adventure.
Yeah.
At least you
And
knew
that's what it was
more or
like.
less what you were getting with
And
Rodgers.
That's what it's like when Brett Favre retired.
Sure.
And we got Aaron Rodgers. Like, the Green Bay fan base has had a good quarterback for the past 30 years almost. Like, the better part of not exactly 30 years, but I mean the better
25?
part of yeah. And that's not something that most NFL franchises can even say. Like, I have been spoiled. I've seen my team go to the Super Bowl 3 times, win 2 of them, lost 1. Shit happens, but my dad's a Bills fan, bro. He's never seen the Bills win a Super Bowl. Like, I can't be mad at what I have, but I'm happy it's over. It's time to move on. Could Green Bay be shitty for the next decade?
Possibly.
100%. But that's football. That's life. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, facts.
It's not guaranteed it's gonna be terrible either. So
agreed. Yeah, may not be, but
he's a decent guy. I mean, I've seen him have some really good games. I've seen him make some really good plays. It's going to be interesting. Give him a shot at least. If we fucking lose 15 games this season and win a couple, hey, now we know it's time to make some moves. Like, I wouldn't be thrilled about that. I don't think that's going to happen. Love is a decent quarterback. Hopefully Rodgers, taught him a couple things here and there, and he can sort of pick up the pieces. But I'm not expecting a whole lot. But we'll see.
I sent this to you earlier, but I thought it was funny. Speaking of, the incumbent quarterback teaching the understudy. There was a tweet from Barstool that was looking at so on Twitter you can look at what the likes of another user and the comments that and the other tweets that they like. So there was one that he liked, which showed that Zach Wilson, the current until today starting quarterback for the Jets, was asked previously if the Jets were to sign a veteran QB, what his response would be. And he said that he was going to make that dude's life hell in practice every day. And that was a tweet posted by Barstool Sports. And they said, "Welcome to hell, Aaron Rodgers." And of course, Aaron Rodgers liked that tweet. So one, it shows you Aaron Rodgers goes on Twitter, searches for his name, and looks and starts, highlighting tweets that catches attention.
He was a big Twitter guy for sure.
Yeah, for
social
sure.
media in general. Yeah, he was always really good on it. And he has a really, really good sense of humor. So that doesn't surprise me that he went through and liked a bunch of funny shit like that. Like, he's just a really he seems like a really funny dude.
His profile up until at least the time of that tweet did still say Titletown, USA as his hometown and Packers.com as his URL. So I'm assuming those will be changing if they haven't changed at the time of this recording. But probably by the time of the release of this episode, that should be different. But
I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm a little worried for Buffalo Bills fans. A lot of them are listeners, and that division is doing nothing but getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend too much time talking about sports, but it should be interesting to see what happens when the Jets are strong, the Dolphins are strong,
the Bills are strong. Already.
And New England is like just kind of a wild card because they're really not strong, but they still have Bill Belichick as their coach, and
can't count them out.
You can't count them out. You just never know what they're going to do. I mean, they surprised everyone even this year with their weak ass team. They still did almost pretty damn well and just barely missed the playoffs. So
yeah, and before Juac's eyes glaze over completely, you're not going to have your Tom Brady down there in Tampa. So how's that going to go down there?
As Baker Mayfield is our starting quarterback.
We're both missing our old men here, aren't we?
Agreed. Yeah. I'll probably be in the same boat with you. Getting drunk on Sundays, betting on other teams. Yep. And hopefully winning money, but not really thinking about what my team is doing.
Make the best. Focus on fantasy. That's what I do. When my team's hitting a rough patch, I worry about my fantasy team, and that's all I can control.
I fully agree, and it is what it is.
Word.
All right, moving
Fellas,
on. What else was big in the news this week? Oh, what happened?
No, I was just gonna say that I'm not I'm not in a good boat my damn self. I mean, being an Atlanta Falcons fan and like
A Falcons fan, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Just seeing
been
like
in a weird
how
boat
like
for a
with
little
all
bit.
of the changes and that's been going on, like we're not in a good fucking place, and it doesn't seem like we're gonna be in a good place anytime soon. You never know, but it's like,
Yeah.
Get Lamar Jackson. If
Yeah.
Atlanta can scoop up Lamar Jackson, that's a different
so?
ball game. I mean, someone's gotta, right? What the get Green Bay will scoop his ass up. Somebody fucking
Somebody's gotta
take
pick him
Lamar.
up.
Yeah, fucking A.
If he stays in Baltimore, that would be
Wild.
surprising. Anyways, moving off of sports, big week in media, especially news media. First, we hit the week off with BuzzFeed News. I think that was leading into the weekend, but weeks since we last recorded and dropped the show. So BuzzFeed News basically done. Like they just closed the whole news division.
Folded. Okay.
Which a lot of people confuse BuzzFeed and BuzzFeed News.
Yeah.
Where making a lot of noise over here.
Lots of stuff tumbling.
My freaking weed rolling thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, so BuzzFeed News is actually like a Pulitzer-winning organization. They've I think a Pulitzer. That's a news thing, right?
Yeah. That's Pulitzer Prize.
They're a Pulitzer Prize-winning news organization. They've broken some really big stories. Not the same as the listicles where you just see the top 20 reasons why you should listen to Insensitive Culture or something like that.
That'd be a good
BuzzFeed
article.
News. Yeah, that was a great article. You guys should go check that one out. BuzzFeed News was big. It's a big deal. The fact that they got rid of the entire division because it wasn't profitable just shows that it was probably a mistake for BuzzFeed to go public. But bigger news, I think in our stories here, what they're calling the broadcast bloodbath with both
love that.
Don
That's
Lemon
perfect.
and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Ducker Carlson,
Ducker.
as we like to call him. Ducker getting the boot from both of their shows, Fox News and CNN, respectively. Dumped their... Well, I don't know if Don Lemon was their number one guy. He was kind of late on the CNN broadcast prime time. But either way, Ducker Carlson was definitely
that was
the
their golden
number one
pony
show on Fox.
Yeah.
Big surprise that they both got let go for completely different reasons. Don Lemon got let go. Seemingly, I saw this video the other day because apparently he got into a big back and forth with a GOP presidential. It's not a nominee. What a candidate? There you go.
Candidate, yeah.
Don't remember the guy's name. But he's running for president. He decided to show up on CNN, spent the entire time going back and forth with Don Lemon, where Don Lemon was just like
grilling him.
Ownership of all black culture, as is typical of Don Lemon's style. And the dude was, kind of combating him on it. Now, granted, I don't necessarily agree with what the other gentleman was saying. But I also thought Don Lemon was out of line with what he was saying.
I didn't see. Did you actually listen? Did you watch the?
I did. Yeah. I saw the whole thing, and it was it was so contentious that his co-host, Don Lemon's co-host, just literally sat there and was like, "I'm not going to say anything."
Yeah, probably looking at the producers off screen, like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
They were literally yelling in his ear because at one point Don Lemon said something along the lines of like, I can't hear what he's saying because you guys keep yelling in my ear. Can calm down.
Damn.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I can't concentrate with you guys yelling in my ear, and then ask the guy to repeat himself. You know, it was an argument about guns and Second Right Amendments, and the guy saying something along the lines like, you know, Black Americans weren't able to secure their First Amendment rights until they secured their Second Amendment rights, or something along those lines. Like basically they needed gun, you know, and the Second Amendments to secure their civil liberties. And Don Lemon was like, no, you're not allowed to speak for all of Black America. Something like that. Like,
Damn.
don't, you know, and it was much more contentious than that. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck about Don Lemon, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
He says
no.
a lot of really stupid shit at times that
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad he's gone. Just so
I don't think you're
mostly
alone
because-
in that sentiment, though. From what I've seen, because I'm not familiar with it, because obviously, like I've told you, everybody knows that, like, I'm not a big political person.
Right.
I find myself nowadays paying attention a little bit closer to certain things, but I'm not at the point where I know all of these individuals and, like, you know, what the conversation's going on. But from what I gather on, you know, people's reactions to this, you're not alone on that sentiment. That these are, and we all know Tucker Carlson is definitely, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. And the reason why I say that is because obviously, like, it's not good because of the shit that he fucking spews all the fucking time. Is just, you know, is a lot of fucking misinformation and a lot of nonsense for the fucking conservative Republican fucking ears that just want to hear, you know, people say shit that they just want to hear, right? And that's exactly what he does. He just spews the shit that he knows that is just fucking, that's just candy to these fucking people.
Nonsense. Yeah.
And it's absolute nonsense. But the reason why I say I don't know if it's a good thing is because absolutely he is going to jump onto either podcasts or other sources, you know, other forms of media.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Where he is not going to have people in his ear telling him, hey, you need to tone this back. You need to do this. You need to do that. Right. He's just going to have 100% freedom. And that may actually be more dangerous than it being live, you know, on a national network. The main reason for that is because he already has an audience that he pulled in from the national network that is going to follow him wherever the fuck he goes. And then it's just going to get more and more obscure, less fact checking, if there was any to begin with. There's going to be no one that's going to, you know, that's going to be monitoring what the fuck he's saying. And he can be, you know, in comparison, he can be the Alex Jones for the conservative Republicans, but, you know, just not as fucking wild where people are going to be like, oh, I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit there. I agree with you, but there's a little bit that I disagree with you on that. Only that, so I agree with you on pretty much everything that you just said, because there is opportunity there. That's why it's hard to say that I disagree with you. I don't disagree. I think that looking at his counterparts or colleagues, former colleagues that ran into the same situation, Glenn Beck got fired from Fox News. Bill O'Reilly got fired from Fox News. Dan Bongino got fired from Fox News, even though that was a little bit more recently. Both Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck haven't reached the mass audience that they got when they were on Fox News.
Okay.
So, you know, Fox News is still and we talked about this either last week or the week before, they're the #1 news cable channel because they're pretty much the major or only source of conservative news. And so, you know, they have a, you know, they're, I don't know, 20 million people plus a night or a week or whatever are watching Fox News. Like they reach massive numbers. These guys, Glenn Beck went and started kind of his own network where he had like a whole like YouTube TV show and a podcast and a whole, you know, sub people under him. I remember at one point he had like Tommy Lauren was on his network and whatnot. And so he's got like a bunch of things going on, still probably not hitting anywhere near the numbers he was hitting when he was on Fox News. Bill O'Reilly is basically faded out.
What the fuck is he
only
even
has the
doing?
podcast, but I barely hear about him except when something big happens that Republicans want to talk about. He might, you know, voice an opinion and someone might quote him. But so there is a little bit of what truth in what you're saying in that. Still, Tucker Carlson, as popular as he is, will bring folks that will follow him, and they'll end up in that echo chamber where, you know, no one's fact checking them, no one's, you know, questioning them because they're in an unregulated quote unquote space, right? So they're gonna keep on going through that. But also, I feel like he's gonna lose a huge chunk of his audience. You know, how many of those, you know, let's say call them senior folks, even know what a podcast is or know how to listen to
access
it.
one.
You know, they might find them on YouTube if he goes that route, but that's
someone will repost Facebook clips of him, and that's all they're gonna fucking see of him.
They'll see the clips, they'll see the highlights, they'll see the articles that reference something that he said on his podcast.
So could this be even more dangerous now that he's not on Fox News?
So there's an aspect of that, like Juac was saying, right? There's no fact checking, so it's, you know, it's very siloed.
Yeah.
But the reach, I think, will still be smaller, and you know, there's always going to be a contingent of. I just feel like the same people that would listen to Tucker Carlson's podcast are the same people that are listening to Bill O'Reilly's podcast. Like, he's not necessarily gaining a new audience or reaching more people. He's going to reach the same fucking people.
Yeah.
So this might be for the greater good. Why he got fired, we still don't know. All we know is that it definitely came from the top. Mr. Murdoch himself is the one that called it down. Some people are saying that it's not necessarily because of the Dominion lawsuit that we covered last time.
Yeah.
But actually because of, and there's a lot of theories going on, but let's just say it's most likely because of a different lawsuit of a producer that was fired recently who's suing Fox News and claiming harassment. And apparently he said the C word too many times.
Too many times. It wasn't just once.
Yeah,
it was
not
too
just
many
once.
times.
Too many times.
Yeah. Sounds like Tucker.
Yeah, definitely his style. And it doesn't help that, you know, in that whole Dominion lawsuit, his, you know,
his text thread. It wasn't some text.
Yeah,
the text that.
he was
That's
saying
what
how
I
he
thought
hates
this was
Donald
originally.
Trump and all this shit. I'm sure that doesn't help support his role. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, I also heard that a lot of the rumors are that because they're planning on selling the station.
I heard that as well. Yes,
and
the children.
They're just kind
Nobody
of
wants Tucker.
Yeah, so Rupert Murdoch's got like a little succession thing going on. Apparently,
good succession call out.
Yeah, his kids are gonna take over, and apparently they want to sell the whole thing, and probably not going to be easy for them to sell with Tucker still on roster.
Right, and they're cleaning up a little bit before all of that starts to...
A little housekeeping, yeah.
A little bit, because, you
gotta clean
Lou
the house
Dobbs
before
is
you
still
sell
on
it.
there. Maria Bartiromo's still on there. Judge Deneen Pirro still on there. They still got a lot of fucks still doing the Fox News thing.
Yeah, but all of those fucks are not as loud as...
That's the fucks that they like.
Right.
They're there for those fucks.
Yeah.
They're eating those fucks up.
Yeah, they're not as loud as Ducker.
No, Ducker was definitely their. I mean, he was their literally top-rated show.
Yeah.
Didn't get to say a goodbye send-off. Didn't get to do anything. There's a lot of controversy how both of them got fired and how much they knew. But yeah, fuck them both.
Yeah.
And peace out. Thank you to whoever the gods are of media that got rid of those two, and hopefully things turn out better. We'll see.
Sure.
Did you see Rick Ross offered Don Lemon a job at his Wingstop that he owns, one of the Wingstops? He straight made a social media post and was like, yeah, I don't know the exact what he said, but pretty much he was like, yeah, I got a spot for you at one of my Wingstops if you're down. So apparently Rick Ross doesn't have any love for Don Lemon either.
Fuck with that. That's a great response. Thank you, Rick, for that.
Word.
All right, moving on. This hopefully will be quick, but you know how we do.
It's a quest segment. Who knows how long it'll take?
I know, but we talked about this before, so I'm hoping it's not,
sure. I'm just fucking with you, bro.
25-minute long response here. But we talked about Bud Light and their controversy with the Dylan Mulvaney thing.
Sure.
But so update to that, Bud Light has put 2 of their executives on leave after all of this. And the reason, as I was digging into the story and reading that, they took a leave of absence. So it's not necessarily that Bud Light put them on leave, but most people assume, yes, they were told they should take some time off. The CEO of Bud Light came out and made a statement that was more like, it was like, we didn't expect to be in the middle of a controversy over this thing.
Sure.
And then one of the things that I found out about this, which is, I don't know if you guys were aware, but I thought this was the most enlightening portion of this whole story. This whole controversy is really just because Bud Light did this thing with Dylan Mulvaney, right? But the thing that they did was a video that she was a part of.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And she was given 1 can.
Oh, so it wasn't even
with her face on it.
So the can wasn't even mass produced and sent out to the world.
Not even available for sale.
They gave her one with her face on it.
One can. Bud Light made a statement, or Bud Anheuser-Busch made a statement and said, we partner with lots of influencers and sponsor them on videos. And typically when we do this, we provide them with a commemorative can for themselves that is not available for mass sale to the consumer audience.
So this makes Kid Rock look like the even bigger pussy than he already looked like. It was 1 can that wasn't even sold to anybody. It was like, I can't believe they did that for this one person. I'm going to shoot these cans of Bud Light.
I can't believe they support one person.
What a pussy ass piece of shit, Kid Rock. Yeah. Oh man, that's great. That's a good little
him. I seen a whole bunch. I seen this.
There's a lot of people.
I don't remember his name. This baseball star that was like smacking a can of Bud Light with his bat.
Like a current MLB player?
I think so. I have to go back and double check.
Oh yeah, I need to know who that is.
Just a lot of nonsense. Very similar, ultra conservative bullshit. And I thought it was hilarious that this wasn't even a mass-produced can.
I didn't know that.
It was literally a 1 can with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it.
Yo, so I have a challenge for you people, right? And it's not necessarily just for this, right? For anybody that feels like they want to be triggered by anything, right? Because I don't give a fuck what you say, right? There's people on both sides. Everybody's fucking triggered all the fucking time, right? And they like the right like to say that the fucking the liberals or the left is always triggered, but this is proof that the right and the ultra conservative or whatever, they are, in my opinion, they are the most fucking triggered. And they always like to say, oh, this woke
snowflakes, the snowflakes are triggered so easily.
The fucking, first of all, let me just explain to y'all who love to throw around the term woke, right? That's not even what the fuck it means. That's nowhere near what the fuck woke means, right? But some fucking old fuck on the right came
right,
Rupert Murdoch,
and they mixed cancel culture with the Black Lives Matter and just pretty much black culture and how they were using woke, right? Because if you really want to get down to it, woke was being used as a way to tell people
who
hey,
care about black people.
Well, no, woke was started off as being a term that's used as, hey, while you're worrying about this, please pay attention to this. Stay woke.
Yeah. It's just pay attention.
Pay attention. Pay
Read
attention
the
to
facts.
everything.
Know what's going on.
Everything, right? So now it turned into woke is the people that want to pander and to do this and that, because that is the fucking Republican way of explaining shit half-assed. And everyone that hear these, it's just a clusterfuck. When all you really have to do is do the fucking research, right? If you see something, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, look into it. Do the fucking research. Like, actually, like, look into these things. And then fucking, come up with your own fucking, with your own opinion, and just don't be a fucking lemming, right?
But do research like across the board.
Don't
just
board.
Like look at your
Don't
own
just
Epic
go to Tucker
Times,
Carlson.
Babylon B,
Dude,
and bullshit.
This is what we are looking at as a country right now, right? Whereas it doesn't matter what the fuck your opinion is. You are looking, your sources for how you feel all fucking agree with your fucking statements and what you, so your sources are shit, right? Because you're not looking at both sides, and you're not looking to, you're not seeking to understand both sides. Yeah. Whereas like someone like me, I can possibly, if they have a good point, I have no problem saying, oh, yeah, he's a Republican, he's a conservative. I agree with that thing that he says. Everything else that he says is fucking bullshit. I can listen to a fucking Democrat or a liberal and say, I agree with these things, but the rest of that shit is fucking bullshit, because I know who I am, and I don't want to go against with how I fucking feel about a fucking subject. What I'm seeing on all ends, right, is I'm only looking at the fucking people that have the same opinion as me, and they are co-signing the dumb shit that I'm fucking that I'm thinking already. And so this is fucking fact, right? Yeah. And then everybody who doesn't agree with this, fuck them. I'm not trying to listen to that bullshit. Everybody needs to conform to what the fuck I'm thinking, right? Instead of seeking to understand what all sides and then actually coming up with a fucking opinion for yourself. Everybody is a fucking lemming right now, bro. You're just picking what fucking hill you want to walk off with the group of fucking people that are just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
And it's
the dangerous shit in a way, not that I was tying this together, but the one of the things that's recently also happened is the Twitter Blue subscribers situation where a majority, at least what I see. So recently, like within the last few days.
Yeah, April 20th, 420th was like the cutoff
420 was
date.
when they removed supposedly a lot of the legacy check marks and are only check marking people with Twitter Blue that are paying for Twitter Blue.
Yeah.
Sure.
And within a couple of days after that, Elon tweeted that Twitter Blue subscribers are now prioritized. So when you look at a tweet and you look at the replies, the top, 20 replies to that tweet are only people that are paying. And apparently most of the people that are paying are trolls and bots and conservatives.
Yeah.
And that are, fighting for freedom because, they were silenced previously on the old Twitter. And so now all you see when you see any controversial tweet and you see the replies, they're all literally the hard MAGA right responding with mostly, I mean, disagreeable misinformation.
Sure. Absolutely.
And so it just circles all of that into the same kind of, you know, circle jerk of information. Who's really, you know, who's supporting those sources and that research and, you know, the learnings that they're trying to do, and all they're going online and they're just seeing the shit that, you know, basically supports their own baseless bullshit.
I'm glad you brought up the Twitter blue though, because since that happened, I have seen numerous
the same thing?
numerous celebrities that had that check mark, and
now
that it's gone, they are clutching their pearls and they're like, how dare he? I'm done with Twitter. And like, these are celebrities that like I respected that are all of a sudden, because they don't have their free legacy check mark, that the $8 is too much for them, and they don't need Twitter anymore, dude. Like, that's bullshit. I don't care, left, right, you know, where the fuck you are. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, if you're on Twitter and you're having a good time, oh, I don't have a legacy check mark anymore, I make a fucking $100,000 an episode from the show I'm on, I'm not spending $8. I'm better than that, bro. Like, fuck that, dude. Fuck them. Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright. I love Jeffrey Wright. He is being the biggest fucking asshole about this check mark, making a big fucking deal. Like, anybody really cares about Jeffrey Wright, bro? Like, I did. But now you're just looking like a fucking asshole, and there's so many celebrities that are up in arms. Spend the $8 or shut the fuck up. That's my
I agree
take.
with you as far as like $8. Are you really crying about $8?
They are bad.
But it's not the $8 to me, at least. This is the way that I look at it. And again, I didn't want to bring up the Twitter blue thing, but I'll talk about it. It's, to me, it's not so much the $8 a month. Obviously, we know they could afford fucking $8 a month.
That's why,
and
it
of course,
pisses me
there's
off,
you know
'cause
the
they can afford it.
principle of, you know, do I have to spend? To me, it's not about that. It's about when I go on Twitter and I see replies and responses to a tweet, right? I see a tweet, it shows up in my feed. It's either people I'm following or I'm on the For You section. Either way, I see some shit and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I tap on it or I click on it and I see responses to it. Sometimes the responses really formulate themselves like they're a position of knowing, right? And then you tap on that person, and then you look, and they have a fucking blue check, and you're like, oh, this person must be a journalist or a scientist or a published author or someone that of known repute. Why they have a blue check mark? Like, Twitter only hands that out to the people that deserve it, and then you tap on it and this person has 189 followers and it's a fucking nobody.
Right.
Why the fuck am I listening to this person that, you know, copied paste this fucking answer from another nobody who copy pasted it from some Reddit post? You know what I mean? Like, that's the bullshit that I don't like about what's going on with the Twitter blue checks right now, is that now, especially in the most recent, you know, 4 or 5 days or so, like, I will look at these tweets and then I'll look at the responses and I'm looking at it and I'm seeing this one agenda and then I'm tapping on every one of them and they all have less than 500 followers. These are nobodies and they're being prioritized behind the people that maybe just don't want to pay the $8. Like, I use Twitter every day. I don't want to pay $8 because I'm not going to get the usage out of it that I need.
Right, sure.
Like, the shit that you get out of paying for Twitter Blue is you get a check mark. Cool. You're now a part of, you know, 25,000 other people that don't matter. You get to edit your tweets and you get to post longer tweets. Not important enough for me to pay almost as much actually the same amount that I pay for Apple TV fucking Plus.
Right.
Like,
just putting out bangers
for Twitter. Right. And so, you know what I mean? So now I got to look at all these and scroll till I get to some actual fucking content. And so for me, it's like, I can understand, you know, why a celebrity or a person from the news media or a person of note is complaining about the change. And again, you know, I'm sure I have no idea what some of the folks you mentioned are actually saying, but for me, it's like, yo, like, you talking about this shit, and it's not really about paying that subscription, but it's about what making this change does now to Twitter as a whole. Like, it makes the viewing experience and the reading experience very different, because now it's like, yo, like, I don't even know who I'm reading anymore. Like, you guys look like you're important and you're not. So what does the blue check mark even mean anymore? If everyone's going to have a blue check mark, then nobody has a blue check mark. Like, it was cool when people had one, because now, okay, you're a celebrity, or you're a journalist, or you're a scientist, or you're a person that's published multiple works, and you're of repute in the industry that you know, say that you're a part of. And then I tap on you and, oh yeah, you have 103,000 followers. You are obviously someone that's been very involved in Twitter. And you have, you know, some sort of impact on culture and society. But, you know, like, Jonni Quest has, you know, fucking a blue check mark. Why? I don't, at this point, I don't deserve it just because I paid for it. Like, why the fuck should I have a blue check mark? Like, that, anyways, that's kind of how I feel about that whole shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Word. No, and that's legit. Like, there's definitely consequences from what Elon has done, but I think, you know, as with any social media, as with any piece of anything you're consuming online, you need to do your own due diligence, your own fact checking, your own reading, which you're doing by clicking on the tweets and being like, hey, is this person know what the fuck they're talking about? I think I was speaking more towards the celebrities that are either bitching about the $8 or just straight pulling themselves off the platform because they're not getting this check mark for free anymore. And they're making a big deal. They're not worried about whether their fans know it's them or if they're being misinformed. They're strictly making it's an anti-Elon mission. This is Elon coming after us. This is Tesla and SpaceX, and, you know, like, they're really taking it super personal when fucking Meta is doing the same fucking bullshit on Instagram and Facebook right now. Why isn't that getting hate? Why aren't celebrities calling out Zuckerberg? It's Elon that's getting hate. It's Twitter that's getting hate. It's unfounded. A lot of them are being super, super childish. And as long as we do our own research, we think with our own brains while we're browsing these sites, there's nothing to worry about. And it's just a matter of, do we have the brains to comprehend?
That's the problem.
What we're looking at now. And a lot of people do not. So I totally get that.
Major problem.
I'm upset with entitled celebrities who were giving this fake bullshit check for all these years, and now it's gone, and they think they're less than, and they need to leave the platform, and that's teaching everyone else a lesson. No, dude, that's fucking over the people that really care about what you have to say, because $8 is too much for you.
It's, again, I don't think it's the $8. I think they just, why should I, you know, they don't want to be equal to Dave Andrews.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. I wouldn't want to be
Jeffrey
either.
Wright.
I get that.
I'm Jeffrey Wright. I'm not Dave fucking Andrews.
I was on fucking, I was in the movie with Denzel. I'm really fancy. Like, I do voiceover stuff. Like, cool. Yeah, you were cool, but now you're just being a fucking bitch about this, dude.
Right.
You're in public. People see this, right? Like, you know that. Whatever.
All right, I want to do one more story, and I know we've gone a little bit long, but this one's actually fucking, I thought it was fucking hilarious. There's this guy apparently originally from Rhode Island. His name is Nicholas Rossi, or Nicholas Alaverdian, or Arthur Knight. And the reason why I throw all of that out is what's his name? So this dude apparently was, or rather allegedly, was charged with rape and sexual assault in Utah. So originally from Rhode Island, also has some charges in Rhode Island. Had a Utah case in 2017. So he decided to fake his death. Oh, I'm sorry. In 2008 it happened, but in 2017 the charges were brought upon him. Decided to fake his death and fly to Scotland.
Okay.
And changed his name in Scotland to Arthur Knight. Married a new lady. And has been trying to avoid prosecutors. FBI recognized that the gentleman that was supposed to go to jail, didn't show up. He apparently was saying that he had lymphoma, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and that he died. That was his fake death, and he was cremated, and his ashes were spread over the sea. And then COVID hit, and he caught COVID and went to the hospital, and his tattoos matched Interpol images.
Damn, Interpol.
So they reported his ass.
Yeah.
And sometime last year. So the reason why this is popular now, so this guy's already locked up. He's in jail. The reason why this is a story now is that he sometime last year did an interview with Dateline.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And
it's a good way to lay low.
Tried to, what's that? Yeah, real good way to lay low. Because of all of these accusations, they were coming at him. And then, the social media sleuths follow up, and they start blowing up this story about this guy who's wanted for rape in Utah and is faking that he's a real person in Scotland. And so, bubbles up. Dateline does an interview. He decides to take the interview like a moron. And all of this stuff continues to happen. A judge rules you are actually,
the scumbag
Nicholas
from Utah,
Alaverdian, or Nicholas Rossi, whatever, scumbag from Rhode Island / Utah. And Dateline decides they're going to still release this interview. And they published this clip, which is fucking just, I think it's just great. We gotta see this, and just comment on my man's huge attempt at being both of Scottish Irish descent, with his great accent approach, and the fact that he's apparently injured by COVID, so he can't breathe or walk. Okay. And he's making that apparent in his interview.
This is gonna be good.
Oh yeah,
I just see the picture.
It's like Paul Bearer.
We were once a normal family, but thanks to the media, our lives have been interrupted. And we'd like privacy, and I would like to go back to being a normal husband. But I can't, because I can't breathe, I can't walk. People say that's an act. Let me try to stand up. Let me try to stand up. Exactly.
What do you say to someone who believes that you are Nicholas Alaverdian?
I am not, Andrea. I am not Nicholas Alaverdian. I do not know how to make this clearer.
What do you say to people who say these are crocodile tears? He's putting on a show. This is all an act.
Oh, Andrea, no, that's a low blow. That's a right low blow.
That's a right low blow.
Oh man, that's so bad.
He looks like the Undertaker's manager, Paul Bearer, was in Tenet. Get the fuck out of here. He's locked up, you said, right? So we don't got to worry about this bitch-ass piece of...
Yes,
okay.
he's currently awaiting trial.
That was terrible, dude. That was so bad.
How is this dude trying to pass himself off as a Brit?
And how'd he get that bitch to help him? She's like, oh, sit down. No, don't you do this.
So that's his wife. She married him in the UK. Even though it's not no, actually it is a legal marriage because his previous marriages were he was divorced twice.
Oh, okay.
So legal marriage, but to a not legal name because I don't think his name was really Arthur Knight unless he legally changed it when he got there.
There
I
would
don't
be
think
record
so.
of that. I think
if
he actually legally changed it.
Right. Yeah, so I think he just arrived in the UK and started calling himself Arthur Knight.
So that chick's got to be in on it too, right? Or do you think she's just buying
either
his
in on
bullshit?
it or she's a moron?
I think I'm not sure, honestly, because she
I
seemed
can't
like
tell.
a dumb broad who's just like, oh yeah, no, he's legit. Like, but then again, I don't know. I can't
love
call
when
it.
he tries to stand up and he's like,
Right. That's like a fake hold me back. Like when you're expecting your boys to hold you back from a fight. Like that's what that reminded me of, where he knew he wasn't fucking going anywhere. He was waiting for her to be like, no, don't get up. Yeah, no.
My favorite part is that so his fingerprints obviously match Nick Rossi, and also his tattoos, like I mentioned, were on the Interpol thing. So he's saying his claim, his defense is that they altered his fingerprints and tattooed him in the hospital while he was out in a COVID coma.
Damn, this dude has some really good...
Smart, yeah.
Yeah.
He's really on top of it. How are we going to get him
He's
now?
got more ops than Andrew Tate.
Oh.
Jeez. Bro, you know, I'm gonna go the opposite way on this, right? You know.
He's got his back. He's like, you know what? Bravo.
Kudos to you.
Nah, he's locked up. Ain't no kudos.
No. Kudos for you for the attempt, because you saw the state of the world and you felt like I could do this. I could pass.
Yeah.
People aren't doing the research. So
Right.
I could do this. I could survive
Now's
this.
my time.
I think we have another
balls. Kudosing his balls. I get it.
I think we have another 50 years before idiocracy like completely sets in. Maybe 100 years.
Maybe 45.
Maybe about 45. Where some shit like this, where all he really has to do is say, "That's not me," and they go, "That's not you." Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not him. It's not him.
Have some Brondo.
Yeah, this is literally where the fucking world is going. He's just a little too.
He's a little early.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
That's it.
That's fair.
I want to see how this develops. I'm going to keep an eye on this.
Oh, man.
Gotta keep an eye on it. It is probably the craziest story I heard this week and today. So
It's a good one.
absolutely had to share that with you guys.
God, that's great. I would not. I
And
would not
that's
have the
nice.
balls to even try to
No,
pass.
that's
Yeah.
ballsy.
To really commit like that, bro, that's...
What?
He's going... I feel like he really believes it at this point. It's one of those lies that you've told so much that you literally believe it in your mind. I feel like that's where he's at.
I like how his glasses fogged up, and he's got the Harry Potter glasses too.
Oh, yeah.
First,
Very committed to the character.
let's also point out that he wasn't doing a great job to begin with. To be approached by Dateline to do this interview,
Yeah.
let alone you agreeing to do this interview, which is just the nail in the coffin. But for
That's
them to approach you and
narcissism.
go, "Hey, are you
super.
We
Very
believe that this is
narcissistic.
you."
Yeah. He thought he was so in control that there was no way they weren't going to buy this. Like, this is my chance to smooth everything over and let them know that I'm on the level. And yeah, he was not able to do that.
That's a right low blow.
That's a right low blow, isn't it?
That's a right low blow.
isn't it?
Isn't
That's
it?
all he missed was the in it. But he wasn't doing the Cockney. He was doing the proper.
I didn't hear any
proper
Scottish
English.
in there either. I thought he
No,
was
it
supposed
was
to be
not
like
Scottish at
Scottish,
all.
Irish. Like, it was a British accent, not a very good one either.
Very bad stuff. Anyways, that's what I got for the news. We went a little long, but I thought this was great.
Hey, it's all good. I'm kicking myself, honestly. I'm kicking myself at the fact that whenever I think like maybe either I'm not good enough or I'm not smart enough to do whatever, right?
Somebody else has the balls.
I come across people who are complete fucking idiots, imbeciles. They just had the balls to just move forward with it. And here we are. Again, idiocracy, right? The smart people just think too much about it while the fucking idiots are multiplying. And we just need to fucking take more. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's just every day a little bit more thought goes into it. Except this idiot is multiplying. I have children, okay? This smart guy right here is multiplying. So hopefully they have a little bit of the brains that I got. All right. I don't know, but I'm not going to fucking sit there and talk about the shit.
What's up?
Need some sort of...
Checking out these. If Pete Davidson comes through in some sweats on our pod, you going to check his package?
I mean, Juac could be in studio with him more than likely, so I'd have to.
Nah, don't put that on me. He's asking you a specific question, cuz.
He came to.
He's in your
the California West Coast studio.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have to look for it. If it's what they say it is, it's just gonna be there, right? Like we're gonna notice it.
Yeah, but are you gonna glance to see if it's there?
But are you gonna look down? You gonna look down?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna see what's up.
That's my nigga.
This magic pole that's been slaying the craziest ass. Yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. I might even fucking rub it a little bit if that shit's gonna rub off on me, son. Give me some of that juju. Okay.
Because that's the thing. It's like,
what's the worst that could happen?
You're not looking at it because you're interested, and it's like, yo, he obviously
give me a little bit of that, son.
There's
Let me just
something
feel some of that.
these women are attracted to.
Right.
Something.
We got to make sense of it because obviously it's not like the vampire look that he got going is clearly not it. So it's like as men we have to be like, oh, okay. I see now. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's because that man has a fat ass hog, bro. Like that's why he's bagging all these chicks.
We'll get.
I get it now. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you, bro. Yo, kudos. But would I go on a talk show and admit that this is what I looked at? I don't know, but or I would, explain it in a specific context. Yo,
sure.
Yeah, yo, I had to make sense of it. Yo, this is exactly why, and yup,
had to make sense of it.
Confirmed. This is what these ladies are into, and all of the if your girl has dated Pete Davidson prior to you,
just know, you ain't got it.
Just worry about yourself, bro. Worry about yourself, King. Just keep moving. It's like throwing a baseball at a fucking, at a field goal post.
First time, actually, I noticed this on I can't remember which site it was, but some porn site the other day. First time that I at least noticed a BWC. That's a thing now. Apparently,
BWC
as a label.
What's
BW?
BW?
That big white cock.
Yeah, big white cock.
Oh shit, that's a thing now. That's something.
Yeah, y'all better recognize that it's about our time now to step back up. It ain't all about the BBC.
No, the woke mob is not going to control all the big cocks around here.
Yeah.
No.
White dudes could have fat cocks
the thin
too.
blue line will represent for the BWCs.
Yeah, no, that's as of the last, I want to say 6 months, year. Okay. You never saw that.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah,
you know what that means, right? That means that you guys need to just take it in as much as you can because BLC is on its way, okay, and it's going to overshadow.
That's right.
Shit. When BLC steps up.
When BLC steps up.
I mean, it could still be
I feel like they put
right?
that
like
in
a big
BBC.
brown.
Yeah, like because it's just big brown cocks. It's not necessarily big
that's
black
true.
cocks.
That's true. Nah, but it's already.
It's all in. If you're Indian, if you're Eastern
guess.
Asian, and you happen to have a big,
We
if
know
it's brown,
that's not
BBC.
going to be what that symbolizes. We know that.
Hey, you never know. There's got to be some dude in Asia that just has the fucking fattest hog you've ever seen, and chicks are shook by it because no one's expecting it.
Yeah. There's that one guy.
That's factual.
That one guy. David San.
That was the one funny thing. David San. That was the one funny thing.
This isn't going to be on the episode, right? This is
it might be.
Only for the people that pay $3 a month.
No, I'm thinking some of this is definitely making that
BWC could be an episode title.
So, yo, here's the funny thing, right? Is like I told you, I grew up with a bunch of Asians and whatnot. That was the ammo that I would pick up from.
Oh,
like whenever whenever they had
small dick, whenever
they had an X or some shit like that, it would always be the ammo. That the X would come back and say, yup, it's confirmed. Asian dudes have a small dick.
That's all X's. It don't matter what race you are. They always come with the small dick after y'all break up.
That if you're Asian and your ex comes out with that,
right?
it hurts double.
It hurts double because more people are going to be like,
oh, yeah, that's tracks.
Everyone's going to agree. I knew it.
I knew it. Yeah,
confirmed.
For sure.
It's true. Honey, it's true. Small.
Although, from the conversations we had in the past, where my fiance said that she's
the micro,
the micro penis where it literally had zero shaft. That was a white guy, so we're gonna just throw that out there.
Wasn't David's son.
Just letting you know, all of that is making the episode.
None of this could be in
all
that
of this is going on the episode.
All of it is making the episode.
This might be an open.
I was totally thinking this is going to be the fucking open as it was going on.
Hollywood.
All right, let's get into some
BLC.
Hollywood.
Oh man, that was a good little break. But let's see. So as we've seen these past few weeks, of number one conversation has been going on, and we're still up in the air about whether or not it is true. Jonathan Majors, you know, more and more things just keep surfacing. There is, you know, he was dropped by his PR, and he was dropped by his management team, which still doesn't solidify whether or not he is, you know, whether he is guilty or not. But however,
those teams aren't they supposed to be able to get you through those tough? Like they're like,
are.
hey, we can weather this, right? Like we got this, and they're like, you know what? We're
Correct.
good. We're gonna dip out.
Yeah,
So that makes me nervous.
Correct. But now we're getting into, there are multiple accusers that are cooperating with police, you know, in stating that he has done this multiple times throughout the years, and they are now all cooperating. All right, bullshit aside, bro. Like, it's looking really fucking dire for this man right now, right?
Bleak.
We still haven't. There are whispers of you know, little rumblings of Marvel already considering who they would replace Jonathan Majors with as Kang.
I didn't hear that.
Is that right?
I heard some small rumblings, and one of the individuals that was mentioned in that was the gentleman from the show y'all refuse to watch.
Snowfall?
Yes, Snowfall.
Wait, this wasn't from Disbussing Film, was it?
Yeah.
Damn check marks, getting us again.
Damn blue check marks, bro.
Damson Idris is the man's name, but And
Snowfall dude.
Yeah. So these are just like rumors and little rumblings throughout Hollywood. I don't know. I still feel like there's a lot to come in. I thought that there was something, but I hadn't had the chance to look into it. There was supposedly the video was released, and they are very, very much still adamant that that he is innocent, and they're pleading his innocence. His court case is coming up soon. I want to say in the beginning of May. May 8th is his court appearance for this. So he's definitely laying low for that. It's just the amount of people and things are just forward. Stacking up, and it doesn't look good in the public eye. So they say that there's it doesn't say how many people, but there's multiple sources here. I'm still hopeful that he can be cleared on that, so that we can finally get a fucking Loki season 2, because that was pushed back from, it was supposed to be like July, right? Now it just says fall.
Summer.
It was supposed to be summer, correct. So now it just says fall of 2023.
It doesn't even say fall, I think it just says coming soon.
Oh, coming soon 2023. That's all it says. So they don't even, like, that shit is just lingering in the wind as they wait for it, which, I don't know. I don't know what their thoughts are.
The entire phase is waiting in the wind, right?
Absolutely. If you notice, like, everything was pushed back. Loki was the only thing that really included him, as far as I know. We're still getting Secret Invasion. And we're still getting a bunch of Marvel shit, but he's so huge in that. It's just another fucking blow for fucking Marvel at this time. And I think they're glad to have already started the process of just pushing shit back. So that they can fucking figure this shit out as it plays along. I don't even think they're having the conversation until the court. Until this shit starts hitting court and they start seeing, like, yo, is this real? Is this, like, what do we have to do here? But it's not fucking looking good, bro. And
no.
Who can replace Jonathan Majors as Kang? And will that be enough to what's the question that I'm asking? Will that be enough to keep fucking Marvel afloat? And, how long do they have to push that shit out in order to make it all make sense? Like, it shit is crazy.
I don't know if they could find somebody that would fill Major's shoes the way that he's been doing it and been putting it down. I'm sure they could find somebody that would be passable, and we would be like, okay, yeah, this is cool, this is good, but to find somebody that would do what Majors has been doing and what we think he's going to be doing over this next phase, I mean, that's a tall order. And I mean, a lot of this talking that we do, let's not forget, it's around the Marvel casting. But if he did do these things and, he fucked with these women and, was being a piece of shit, then that's what you get, bro. You fucked up. Someone's going to step in your shoes, and we got to do what we got to do. But, if he is cleared and we can keep going with everything that he's been doing, like he's doing something special right now. And to have somebody try to step in and take over that is probably going to be a disappointment, I think, regardless of who they get. Because, like I said, we know, we can see that he's a special dude. But at the end of the day, if he's the piece of shit that people are saying that he is, fuck him. Gotta move the fuck on.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. I mean, it's all in the court's hands now, and the witnesses and the video. I sent you guys a link that was, at least, I don't think it was whole video, but there was screenshots of one of the chicks out supposedly after this thing happened, where she was doing her thing, having a good time, and maybe that clears him on one of those, but the fact that there's multiples, that's never good.
One.
That's
now,
never
are those
good.
multiples legit, or are they just riding the bandwagon of somebody else?
Trying to get that bag, sure.
Yeah, that'll all end up in court. As far as this cat from Snowfall, I haven't seen him in anything else
No.
So I don't really know that he has.
I haven't even seen him in Snowfall.
I mean, I've seen a little bit of Snowfall, but I agree with you. I haven't seen enough of him in Snowfall because I think I've only seen like 3 or 4 episodes.
Sure.
Like I would like to have seen him in at least one completely different role to see what kind of.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think his stardom is
the thing that makes Jonathan Majors so great in the role of Kang is the post-credit scene in Ant-Man, where
He can be 1,000 different.
We
Jonathan
saw him
Majors.
as the one who remains, and then we saw him as Kang the Conqueror, and then we saw him as literally like 50 other people for a brief moment.
Yeah.
But even in that brief moment,
it was plausible.
He pulled off like 30 different characters, and they all had a different vibe.
Yep.
Which is
special,
phenomenal. Like he was like slapping himself up. Like, how the fuck you do that? My man he's got real acting chops.
Yeah.
He pulled off 2 completely different characters that are the same in He Who Remains and Kang the Conqueror. I don't know if what did you say his name was?
Snowfall dude? Yeah. I always confuse him with Idris Elba, but it's Damson Idris.
Damson Idris?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if Idris too has the skills.
I don't know because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in much. I only saw him in
I don't
Snowfall.
know what else he's been in.
Well, he was also in another series that, and very briefly, that he was in that. What the hell is the name of that series? It's very, very new. Hold on, I'll get it in just a second. But
Newer than Snowfall?
Huh?
Newer than Snowfall.
Yeah, it just came out recently.
I say Snowfall's been running for.
I think it's called
5-6
Swarm.
years. Swarm?
Swarm?
Yeah, he was in a new show called Swarm, but it was like,
I don't know that one.
Not even enough. It says here that he was actually in Black Mirror. So he was in an episode of Black Mirror. He was in Swarm for 1 episode. These are the things that we've seen.
Oh my
and
God!
that's
Is he a British actor?
He is.
Yes.
He's been doing this LA Snowfall shit for 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm. They said that he's actually
British actors.
In order for him to get the role, the I think it was John Singleton at the time, prior to passing away, obviously because he was behind all of this, required that he hang around him for 24 hours or 48 hours, one of the two, speaking the American accent and in that character, and he had to do that for that amount of time, and he did it no problem.
He passed.
Yeah, and he passed.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor, but I haven't seen enough from him to know if he's a
They're good. It's just it
Idris
pisses
Elba.
me off how easy it is for
yeah.
these fucking Brits to make this American accent.
Yeah,
It's so hard for Americans to do British accents. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
It
I
makes
always
me
get
feel
that.
like Americans talk.
Yeah,
like
it makes
shit.
us sound like dumb hicks that they can just pick up our fucking dialect like that. Like, oh yeah, I can do that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll be a fucking American piece
So
of shit
can we.
gangster. Sure.
Good day, mate.
Guy Ritchie's on the line. Locke, he
know.
wants you in his
I
next
know.
project. He said that's fire.
No, that's I said that jokingly, obviously, for you
I know.
motherfuckers out there that probably think that I was serious. But
Paul Hogan's pissed right now. You know that, right?
But you know what? It's also amazing how easily Australians do it too. Like Americans just fucking have a shitty ass accent.
New
that
Zealand.
everybody can
We
just-
have the
Anybody from
worst.
Kiwis too? Yeah. Homelander, bro. Homelander. I would swear on my mom that dude was born in fucking Iowa or some shit. But no, Anthony Starr is Kiwi through and through.
Oh man. You know what I miss? You know, speaking of all of this Jonathan Major stuff and like all of the things that we're going through. I miss the days when women just knew their place and smacking one, it was just like nothing. It was just like another day in paradise.
they took that dick and then they.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
on.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I blame Bud Light.
I drank a little Bud Light, and now I'm feeling a little insensitive and kind of gay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Happy, Jonni. Happy. The actual literal.
Oh, gotcha. Like the 1830s version of
Yeah,
gay.
exactly. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But you do look back in the days, and you listen to these stories on the huge fucking actors, right? And when they would say certain things, and it just didn't faze anybody. This was just normal behavior, and their careers moved on. And it wasn't until they were fucking retired from acting that they were like, hey, maybe we shouldn't, this person shouldn't have said that. And that's when they get canceled. And they're like, what?
Huh?
Yeah. And then a week later they fucking die. And now it's a big fucking deal. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. We would not, if this shit started back in the day, like let's even say the 60s or 70s, dude, we would not have like a majority of the people that we looked up to as movie stars. We would probably have we'd probably be up to 5 people that was starring in every fucking movie.
Oh yeah, everybody would have got canceled if everyone opened their mouth. There was social media and the when they were searching for commies and the 40, everyone was a fucking commie and blacklisted. Yeah, it would have been a shit show.
It would have been a shit show. Not everybody's Keanu Reeves.
No, he's a perfect gentleman 100% of the time.
If I ever see that Keanu Reeves is literally like, because there's the joke, right? It's like Keanu Reeves has been accused of being a
perfect gentleman. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that meme before. Yeah, I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh, that's Keanu. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. You see pictures of him with chicks where he doesn't even have their fucking arms.
Bro,
remember I had my fucking hand on Abigail's booty at
them.
Comic-Con. I was fucking smacking that shit. And he's just floating over these bitches.
Yep.
Like
he has his hand over and you see his hand and it's just like straight out. Yep. Like you can't.
Mm-hmm. This is how I take pictures with chicks. Like this, just no touching, no nothing.
Yeah, this is my hands.
This is my. So you can see that I have them in the picture. Like I'm just like
flat palms.
Flat palms.
Flat.
Yeah.
But no, it's I don't know what's gonna fucking happen with any of this. The major reason why I'm hoping that it is not is right now Kang the Conqueror is probably the best thing that they have going on over at fucking Marvel.
It's the only thing they have. Like honestly,
it really is the only thing.
Are we hanging on to besides Kang and what he's gonna do with this phase, bro?
Yep.
Like that's what I'm hanging on to. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like I want to see what the fuck Majors is gonna do, how this is gonna go down.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of when it comes to that, and to lose Jonathan Majors as Kang, there's really nothing to hold on to when it comes to, what we can actually see the saving grace for Marvel to be. Right? Because I'm still not going to sit here and say like, yes, Marvel is dead. That's just not realistic. They're gonna keep pumping shit out until something fucking hits, and then people will be
something
back.
Will.
They are tanking right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're tanking as far as creativity, and everything that they're trying is just not fucking working. And they definitely.
I don't want to say tanking though. Tanking sounds like they're going straight down. I feel like they're
all right. Well,
descending.
They're on the decline.
They're on a decline, for
declining.
Sure.
There you go.
For sure. So it's like
and we've talked about that.
Yeah, they're definitely on a decline, and it is what it is. For me to just say like, yo, yeah, I mean, Marvel's is gonna suck. So as of next year, we're never gonna see another Marvel, MCU movie. Like that's just not realistic. Like they're just
one thing,
pumping shit
kind of related. Do you think it's kind of weird and tangent, et cetera? Do you think it's kind of weird that, or at least confusing, especially to the not even casual nerd audience, but I just watch movies because they're entertaining audience. Is it confusing that there is both a secret war and a secret invasion happening within 2 years of each other?
It confuses me.
Because they don't have anything to do with each other.
No, because yeah. Like I always get confused on which one's the show. Now I'm starting to grasp it, and like the show is Secret Invasion, and then Secret War is the culmination of everything. Yeah,
Invasion makes more sense. But I always have to think which one's the
movie,
Invasion, which one's
the movie, which one's the show.
Invasion's the one with the Skrulls. Yeah.
It's confusing to me at times when I
feel like they
so then
didn't need to be at the same.
To the average fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sure, like if I bring up to my wife or my in-laws or my brother, anyone that I know that's like just a tangential watcher of these comic book movies, I just know they're gonna be like the secret movie.
Yeah,
like oh
no, that was the secret show.
Yeah, that was the show. This is the movie.
The secret show
too. Okay, so confusing. That's what I have a hard time understanding.
Not a great choice on.
I mean, honestly, if you really want to think about it, I don't think it's that big of a deal because once you get past the show, right, Secret Invasion, it's like they're far apart enough where it's not overlapping and it won't get confusing. If they were coming out within like a couple months of each other. Then it would get confusing. But once you get past the show and the show airs, it's not going to be that confusing.
I just feel like when Secret Wars finally airs, people are going to think it has to do with the show.
Sure.
And I don't think it's going to be that involved.
No, probably not.
Because the two secrets are very different.
They're very different secrets. Yeah. The secrets are not the same.
All right. So the creators of Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers, they've come. The Doofers. They've come out and they've revealed the next project that they are going to be executive producing over at Netflix. And the title has been released. So it's called The Burrows. And it seems like it's very Stranger Things-esque, where it still deals with like paranormal and whatnot. Except they're just producing, so they're not directing these, and they're not writing them. So the series is going to be written by the creators of The Dark Crystal, which is Jeffrey Addis and William Matthews. I've never seen or heard of The Dark Crystals, but apparently
I saw a little bit of it.
You saw a little bit of it? Not too impressed?
I mean, it's a Muppet movie.
Oh, that's right.
It's not a Muppet movie. It's not even, I don't even think it's maybe it's a Jim Henson movie.
Mm-hmm. I think
I definitely
vaguely know.
Is that with the scary puppets?
Yeah.
Is there scary puppets in there? Yeah.
And it's a
I know
remake.
Fuck that. Fuck that movie. No, bro, I don't fuck with those scary ass puppets, bro. That shit is not cool.
Well, luckily, none of this says anything about scary puppets for this series.
Okay,
so.
good.
Right.
Because them shits are scary. I think about that shit from like time to time. Them shits I've seen those scary as a bitch. Fuck all that.
So they actually talking about the show, The Burrows, they actually released a description about it as well. And it seems kind of interesting. It says a group of unlikely heroes must band together to stop an otherworldly threat from stealing the one thing they don't have, time. So they did say that it is not going to be kids. This is going to be it's going to be circling around a group of friends and like grown adults. But it's going to mix with like time travel, some similarities with like Stranger Things and the fact that they deal with like paranormal stuff, and it's going to be a little bit of all of that combined. I was a fan of Stranger Things, so I'd give this a shot. everything really relies on the trailer and how much that shit really fucking grabs my attention. But I'm down for it. And so far, especially just with like Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers have my attention. What other shit have they come out with, the Duffer Brothers?
I don't know. I don't know that they have.
Are they strictly, they're just going off of the Stranger Things fame?
I think that's all they're really known for.
I think there might have been one other thing that I feel like I heard them attached to, but I can't think of what it might be. Like one other big thing that we might know in the public zeitgeist, but I can't.
Wayward Pines?
Maybe that's what I was. Was that another Netflix thing that they did?
They were writers
that was on
for that.
Fox.
Oh, was it?
But they were the writers.
Yeah, they were the writers for Wayward Pines. I don't think I've ever seen.
I enjoyed Wayward Pines. I saw it.
I don't know what that is.
That was with what the fuck is his name? He's got like a similar last name to someone else.
What? Who starred in it?
Yeah.
I have it right here.
I know who it is. God damn, it's at the tip of my tongue.
I can't even fucking see who these people. I don't know who these are except for Carla Georgino. She's in it. Matt Dillon.
That's who it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Dillon's the main
Matt
character.
Dillon's
First
Jason
season of
Patrick.
Wayward Pines was pretty good. I enjoyed the first season.
Okay.
Second season, not that great. And I don't even know that I finished it because it wasn't that great. But it looks like they wrote 4 episodes of Wayward Pines.
Mm-hmm. I wanna take a look at and possibly watch is a film that they wrote and directed prior to Stranger Things fame, called Hidden, and it stars Alexander Skarsgård. And the synopsis is a family takes refuge in a bomb shelter to avoid a dangerous outbreak. So I'm very interested in seeing what that is. This is from 2015.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm down to watch. I just want to get a feel for
$1,000 at the box office.
What'd you say?
$310,000 at the box office.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it was a fucking a movie that was just released everywhere.
Not a hit. Yeah.
So, but I'm down to watch it in my home streaming on a
maybe on a Plex or something.
Maybe on a Plex server if it just happens to appear.
I'll have to.
Anyway, moving on. Let's see.
Ask
So,
someone about that.
all right. So we have no. Dave hasn't seen. Who has seen Super Mario Brothers? Dave, Jonni, did you see it? Oh, you haven't seen it either, so I'm the only fucking one. All right, so I loved it. Great movie. I think we talked about it, or Dave, you and I talked about it briefly. But my guy, John Leguizamo, fucking just can't fucking. He just has to. Keep putting his fucking foot in his mouth. He just keeps talking shit, right? So he came out and he blasted the cast, talking major shit because it doesn't have enough representation in this Mario movie, right? There's not enough representation. He was talking mega shit about it. Boycotted it, said he's not going to be watching it because of the lack of representation. In a fucking animated movie when we're dealing with fictional characters and voices, right?
Yeah.
Cool. The little tidbit that I loved, right, is he said that's pretty much why he's just disappointed that that it's a primarily white actors cast in this, and that and of course Dave's favorite question when they ask these people, would you be a part of it if they asked you to be? And his answer was, yeah, if they start to do the right thing and add more inclusivity, I'd consider it. Yeah, motherfucker, of course you would fucking consider if they gave you fucking money for it, right? So I'm going to tell you this, right? I love John Leguizamo, love his work. I've said it in the past. Yeah, I mean, back in the day. I'm not
He's
talking about anything.
Leguizamo, bro.
I'm not talking about anything recently, right? I'm talking about the shit back in the day. I used to love all this shit. Sure. And the fact that the pest. And even then was just like, that's like, I love it as much as I love Ace Ventura. And Ace Ventura was a little bit smarter than the pest. So
for sure.
And that should tell you something. But still,
House of Buggins, Spicorama.
Yeah, and those are more of the things that I enjoyed. But even then, right, you're still holding on to the fact that you played Luigi in the shitty ass fucking movie from 95. Still holding on to that bullshit, right? To where he's even stated that he and who was it that played Bob Hoskins, right? He played Mario.
Yep.
That they would get drunk on set to just get through the lines and just get through get through filming because it was such a shitty movie and they knew it. Yeah. Right? And now he's on a fucking high horse talking mega shit because he wasn't involved in this Mario remake. And now he's nitpicking, inclusivity. First of all, we've already talked about this shit. If it's a fucking animated movie, there doesn't need to be inclusivity. There are no black characters in fucking Mario. There's no Latino characters in fucking Mario. It's a fucking free-for-all. They don't need to include anyone specific when it comes to this, in my opinion. And I know
there is an Italian character.
Dave's going to come out and say, Italians
Mario,
need to be an all-Italian cast. Just kidding.
Anya Taylor-Joy, her first language is Spanish.
Yeah,
she lived in Buenos Aires until she was like 6 or 7 or something like that. So like, what is he really bitching about here? That he just wasn't included?
Pretty much. Who is she? She plays Princess Peach?
She does.
Yeah.
So is that not a Latino character?
Apparently not to John Leguizamo.
She's not Latina enough for him?
Apparently
not enough for him. No, you gotta live in Buenos Aires until you're at least 16.
She's white Latino, so that doesn't count. Because you wouldn't even know that she's Latina.
He's not white Latino? I mean, he's pretty white.
He's a pretty white Latino, yes. Yeah. I think he's just trying to he's picking reasons to fucking just be mad, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
He's triggering himself.
There's definitely within Dave wouldn't know this, but within the Latino culture, a lot of Latinos don't consider Argentinians Latino
beef
as much as
I know all about
other Latinos. Yeah, exactly. Puppet said that Anya Taylor-Joy is not official. Right. No, but I've seen other Latinos be like, but they're Argentinian. That doesn't count because Argentines are mostly very European ancestry.
It doesn't fucking matter.
But it doesn't matter.
None of that shit.
At the end of the day, you're still a fucking Latino.
You're still a fucking Latino. Get the fuck out of here with your fucking high horse.
Yeah. Anya Taylor-Joy is, as far as I know, she's Argentine. Like,
she's a Latina.
Yeah.
As Latina.
John, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, John, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Yeah, no.
Johnny Legs, come on. Pick a different horse to climb on.
Yeah, no, hold on. I need to look into something real quick before we see. Before I make the fucking the statement that I'm gonna fucking make. Where the fuck was John Leguizamo born? Born July as American actor,
I think
comedian.
in New York.
He was born in fucking New York. She's more Latino than you, Nick.
Yeah. Minus the N-word.
Minus the N-word.
I agree.
Right. Hey,
canceling me.
That's how tight he got me, bro. Bringing the hood out of me.
Facts.
But she's more Latino or more Latina than he is. And he's over here claiming inclusivity and blah, blah, blah. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro.
He probably doesn't even know that, bro. Honestly, like, I highly doubt he even...
Speaking out of his ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
keep fixing John Wick's car and shut the fuck up.
Right. Keep fixing John Wick's car. I forgot that he was
We all did.
Oh man, nah. John Leguizamo needs to sit the fuck down. You're embarrassing yourself now. Stop fucking talking about, stop holding on to one of your shittier fucking movies from the 90s. I get it. It was one of the things that I used to laugh as, like, actually Luigi is Puerto Rican. I used to laugh at that shit because of that shit. That the movie was shit. You did not do that character any kind of service enough for you to be lobbying for these shitty ass fucking points, bro. Just let the shit go. I
mean, he's half Puerto Rican, half Colombian, and let's be fair, Leguizamo, not exactly the most Latino name. No.
Sounds more Italian.
I'm gonna guess that your heritage is probably not from either of those countries.
Yep. I get it, and like I get it.
I fully respect Johnny Legs.
Yes,
like I said,
yes, fully respect.
A lot of love for the shit that he's done. But come on, bro.
I typed in John into Google, and it brings up a list of Johnnies and Johns. The third one says John Leguizamo, American actor.
Yeah,
is what it says.
Yeah, that's exactly what I see here. American actor. He is an American actor
from New York.
Yeah,
multiracial.
Right.
What is it? Multiracial? Multi-ethnic.
Okay, no. I have to backtrack a little bit. He was born in Bogota, Colombia. So he was actually born in Colombia. And I'm trying to see like when he moved to the States, but right here, when he was 3 years old. He spent a majority of his fucking life in New York City. So like, I get it. I get the fight that he has, right? Mm-hmm. And we want more representation. I think that it's more important in film than it is for like voice acting. None of these characters are of Latino descent or anything like that.
No one's being whitewashed.
No one's being whitewashed. So I don't think that, like, I don't know. I just don't think that this is the fight that he needs to really like put his effort into. But he's choosing to make this Mario movie the thing that he's really standing up for. Why? Because he was Luigi in 95. I think
it's the only thing he has a connection to that we would buy that he cares about this at all.
Right. And you know what? And if you did an amazing job at that, like if that movie was near and dear to everyone's hearts, that was the staple that everyone thinks about when making him out.
He was fire.
Yeah, like and then to say all that, if they bring other people in just to bring inclusivity, of course, I'll do. Yeah, it's because the movie broke fucking box office numbers. It's making a shit ton of money. I don't give a fuck if you're the only Latino that they hire other than Anna Taylor-Joy. You are gonna take that fucking role because that role is gonna break the bank, and that's the only real reason why you're just like, I think I would. Just like the same way that they ask any fucking Marvel, every actor, would you go to Marvel? Exactly. Unless you're fucking Leo DiCaprio or fucking Tom Cruise. Yeah, you're taking that fucking Marvel. Of course. Yes.
Or you're not, at least you're not shutting the door on it anyway. Right. You're letting them know, hey, yeah, I'm very open
I'm very open to that. If they ever come a knocking,
we'll see if the story's right.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Assholes.
Right.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna be knocking on his fucking door for that anyway. So, also, I think what was it? CinemaCon was going off
today.
Today? Was it today? Mm-hmm. I've been seeing a lot of stuff that was released from that. Obviously, we didn't have access to everything. We saw the new trailer for the Flash trailer, the second trailer, which that shit was dope. I'm really excited for that movie. I'm going to stop watching the trailers from here on out if they release any more, because I even contemplated on not watching this trailer, but I
didn't watch the one. I didn't watch the one that came out today.
No.
Okay. I know you guys, it was in the chat. I didn't watch it.
I thought about it, and I thought I didn't really get a lot from the first one. And I felt
that's how I felt too.
I mentioned on this show that I wasn't too hyped. I mean, I was kind of hyped for the reboot of the DCU and all that, but I think I said on the show that, and I will issue a retraction and apology right now. I'm pretty sure I said that it looked CW plus.
Yeah,
giving those vibes.
And after watching the second trailer, I will retract that, because it does no longer resemble CW.
Yeah,
nice.
That first trailer.
That's big of you. That's big of you, Johnny, to admit that.
That first trailer, Danny and I would laugh because, we saw Michael Keaton, because that's one of the conversations that we were having is like, Michael Keaton's old, like, and he's wearing the bat suit again. Like, it's awesome, but it's kind of like not really awesome at the same time.
Sad at the same time.
Yeah. Like, you see the wrinkles in the suit, and there was one screenshot that he had on the thing where he shared with me, and we were both like, But this second trailer definitely was a tighter trailer, much better.
Absolutely.
He looked awesome as an older Bruce Wayne. Even the action sequences with him looked dope. It was
looked legit,
worth the watch. So for sure. So that was the thing that we got to see.
The only thing that I mentioned in our text, the only thing I did not like, which I thought they kind of blew their load on. I hate when they do this. Because I feel like if I would have seen this in the theater and not in the trailer, I would have got cheering. Like, I would have been hyped.
Yeah.
The fact that they used the
famous,
nuts,
let's get
nuts. That's like the greatest Batman line from all of the Batman films. One of, not the greatest, well, maybe
I would
the
say,
greatest.
I would say
it might have been the greatest
of
all of them. And the fact that they fucking robbed me of getting excited to that in the theater, and they dropped that in the trailer. That's the one reason why I would agree with Dave and say maybe I shouldn't have watched it.
But now I know
other
anyway,
than that,
so it's okay.
It got me way more hyped for this flick.
Yeah. No, it looks very good. I'm happy I saw the trailer. I was excited before, more excited now. I would agree with that. I think they should have left that out. But other than that, very dope. The one thing, other than that, the biggest thing that I've been hearing about, because they hadn't released anything, is the Kraven the Hunter trailer. I heard some descriptions of what went on in the trailer, and that it seemed to be dope. It's definitely rated R, and some events that happened in that trailer, that and the promise. Some of the events that happened in the trailer, and a somewhat confirmation that Rhino is going to be in this movie as well, but not the mechanical armored Rhino that we saw in, what was it, Spider-Man? No.
One of the Andrew Garfield ones.
Yeah. Right. Yep. But it's not going to be that version. It's going to be a mutation version of Rhino, and that has everybody excited. But also the fact that that this is it's pretty much increasing the possibility of Venom 3 being R-rated. But you know me and my fights with the Venom flicks. If it's rated R, maybe it might make it a little bit better, but I don't know. But from so far, people's reactions towards this Kraven the Hunter trailer seems very promising. So I would look forward to somewhat of a trailer before I give any kind of thoughts on it. Obviously, I would have to, but it seems like it's promising for something that I really could not give a fuck about.
And Aaron Taylor Johnson was good.
Yeah.
In Bullet Train.
Oh, yeah.
He kicked ass in that movie. Like I really fucked with his character in that. So
and it's not.
I'm hopeful.
It's not his acting ability or the fact that he was fucking tied to this.
Yeah.
But I fucking love Tom Hardy, and I did not love these fucking Venom movies.
Right.
So
you just never know.
You just never fucking
know
know
how they use that actor, right? Hopefully they use him in the right way where he shines, because
Sony
he
has
definitely
not been
has
doing
the
good.
ability to. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, Sony has just not been doing good with these movies, and they're just pulling out popcorn flicks with a ton of action, not a lot of substance. And I'm hopeful that this is gonna be a little bit of a change. That's all.
Word.
It's pretty jacked.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. He's got
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
And for those of you who actually gave a fuck, that was the big controversy, is they said that a long time ago that he was going to be not wearing his signature, animal skin vest or what, blah blah blah. I don't know. It was there were some notes there that had people worried, and apparently they're saying nope, it's confirmed. He's wearing the signature shit that he's supposed to be wearing. That's comic book accurate.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not as
in your face.
It's not as like furry.
Yeah.
As gaudy.
Maney.
It's not as gaudy as it is.
Gaudy is that's a good word. It's not as big as what you typically saw, but I mean, it's still Craven. Like
Sure.
You know who it is.
You know
what it is.
You know what
who it is.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Y'all have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
Y'all fucking with
extra
anything?
long. Fucking with anything? Yeah, I'll give you one.
What you got?
I just finished the last episode, and I may have mentioned this in season 1. Season 2 just ended. Finished the last episode of Perry Mason on HBO.
Oh,
Perry Mason with Matthew. What's his face? The dude from The Americans. Who's Perry Mason? What's the actor's name?
Could be I never saw The Americans, so it could be him.
Oh, bro.
I do know that it's produced by Robert Downey Jr. and his wife Susan Downey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perry Mason, HBO is starring
Matthew Rice.
What did you say? Matthew Rice?
Matthew Rice. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, is he related to the dude from Tudors? That was Rice too, right?
Was that?
I believe so.
Matthew. I think it's Reese. I think it's
Reese.
Matthew
Reese.
Yeah.
Yes.
R-H-Y-S.
Matthew Reese. This is like
Reese Darby.
The dude from Tudors.
No, that's a very common English name.
It's just
He's
a
an
common,
English actor. Or he's Welsh, actually.
Oh,
Matthew
that's
Reese,
Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Matthew Rhys Evans.
He was the main dude
name.
in The Americans. And him and Carrie.
I didn't realize that.
Who was
he was the husband.
Yes, he was the husband. He was and I forget the chick's name, Carrie something or other.
Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell, yes. Oh my God. So sexy. That was such a great fucking show on FX, bro. I'm not trying to get off topic here. But yeah, no, Matthew Reese, bro. He can bring it. He was just in what? He was in Tetris briefly. If you watched on Apple TV, Oh man, that was really, really good. Tetris I was fucking with, and Beef on Netflix. I told
he was in that too?
No, he wasn't in Beef. I'm fucking with Beef. That was that was the segue into what I'm fucking with, and
no doubt.
I kind of slept on that for a little bit, but Steven Yeun and Ali Wong, bro, just killed that shit, and I didn't know what to expect. The tone was all over the place in that show, but it was some of the darkest, funniest shit I've literally ever seen. I would say, as of right now, that's a top 3 2023 show.
Yeah, we're going to be starting that
for sure
fairly soon.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
And you'll be finishing it pretty quick too, bro, because you're just going to want to fucking churn through that shit. Gnarly.
My fucking with currently is it's not a new show at all. But I'm just now catching on. As you guys know, Your Honor from Showtime.
Oh, yes.
We got in two episodes, and bro, we're fucking hooked to the point where
Nice.
I was working all day, and my girl was like, I asked her, I'm like, did you enjoy the show? She was like, oh, it was so good. Where she was like, I even thought about like catching another episode while you were at work, and then I thought to myself like, no, that wouldn't go over too well.
Oh, damn. It's got her, bro. When you're thinking about watching without your significant other, you're in deep,
bro.
at that
But
point.
it is
bad,
that good. Like I almost told her, go ahead, because then that would give me
I understand
the go ahead for watching an episode or two by myself. But it's like it's. For those of you who don't know what it is, Jonni, I know you said you caught like an episode, like a couple, the first season.
I saw the first season. Yeah.
Dave, just because I know you haven't seen any of it, the first 2 episodes are just the kid gets into a car accident, someone and another kid dies. And it stars Bryan Cranston. He's a judge. It's his kid that's involved in this whole thing. And it's like, you think it's a cut and dry thing, but just some things come to light where they're just like, yo, we need to like really think this through. We need to figure this out. They start plotting ways to possibly like scoop this under the rug, and it's just like it's crazy. And this is just 2 fucking episodes that I've seen,
and there's 2 seasons.
There's 2 seasons. That's all there is. It's 2 seasons wrapped up in 2 seasons.
The second season just came out, and it seems like it takes place, I think, like 5 years later. So I don't know that they're necessarily related.
Well, what it was is what I found out is that it was supposed to be just the 1 season. It was supposed to be limited series, 1 season, and it had such a buzz that and it was so popular that the writers were like, we have the thought for this second season. We can do it if we need be. And then they squeezed out a second season, but that's it. Like that's all we're doing. We're not milking this along for more than that. But yeah, 2 seasons, and it's
probably like 2 separate mini seasons that are related.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
So I dig that. that.
No, and it's so good so far. So definitely check that out. I'm gonna check. Beef is definitely in my
high on my list.
Yeah, that's on my list. And Perry Mason was not, but I think that
Matthew Reese is always on my list, so I would check it out.
It's a bit of a. I mean, it's a whodunit.
Sure.
And
Perry Mason.
it takes 10 episodes to get through. Both seasons are 10 episodes long, but I think worth it. But they pan out well, and also I kind of like those timey periods where it's not so far back in time that you're constantly worried about how people smell.
Yeah.
It's like the late 20s, early 30s. People were wearing deodorant.
Getting better. Yeah, they're getting
People were wearing deodorant.
It's not
at that
ideal, but
not everyone.
If there's a sex scene, we're not
even
wondering
today, not everyone.
what the smell was like.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. It's not taking you out of it because you're worried about the BO.
It doesn't take you out of it enough. Yeah,
Okay.
and there's lots of gratuitous stuff happening.
Nice.
Across the board, and a lot of drama. Decent enough. A slower paced. It's a law drama.
And Matthew Reese has a good American accent.
He does. A lot of Mexican titties in the first season. Not so much in the second.
Sold. I'm watching that tonight.
Either way, both good Both good shows.
No, yeah. What I was getting at is like that wasn't on my radar, but it sounds like it's something that's on my girl's radar. So I'd probably introduce that, and I'd be down to watch it. I wasn't against it, but it just wasn't on my I need to check this out list.
Right.
Other than it's HBO, so why not?
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's really big on World Trent right now.
HBO original.
Ooh, okay.
Like you get the.
Okay.
So it's legit
official.
For sure.
And Susan Downey, RDJ's wife, heavily involved, like the lead producer of the show. Like she's involved in the after shows, about this episode thing that they do.
Yeah.
Good. High recommend.
Good shit.
Nice. All right.
Fuck with it.
Cool. All right. So that's all we have. We're good.
That is it.
Then, guys, you know what that means. We've reached the point of the episode where if you've made it this far, that means you fuck with us, and that means we fuck with you. So remember, if you are watching us on YouTube, remember to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the show if you haven't already. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you choose to listen to your podcast, if they allow you to, please give us a 5-star rating and give us a nice review on there as well. We love to read them. And if you want to cop some merch, please go to insensitivemerch.com and cop some gear. That's the best way to support us financially. Nothing too crazy. Throws us a couple of bucks and really shows that you're interested in our content. But other than that, guys, we'll see you next week. We love you. Peace.
Peace.